Instagram for behind-the-scenes
96.5
content at
Fan.
The Fan 965, KFMC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty,
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
a show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
All right, it's Tuesday. That's when Mac and Bob get bricked up, baby.
I just want to win, Jen.
I know
believe
that I'm
it.
hard. Coming off a vacation on a Tuesday on vacation, I can only imagine how rough and rowdy that got, especially in Texas. Saddle or no saddle?
That's a really good threesome.
But it is a Tuesday here in Kansas City. It's a beautiful week. As last night, I mean, come on. 41 wins, but a squeeze win is kind of a fun win.
They played last night?
They did. I watched every inning because I'm
Wow.
sick. That's a lie. I didn't watch every inning. I started in the third because Wheel of Fortune's back. FIFA's over.
Oh, Wheel of Ford, the wheels back.
I've never been more excited in my life for FIFA to be over because now I get Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White, and Maggie Sajak.
I'll be honest with you. I was a little disappointed yesterday. I'm like, I need that 2 o'clock soccer game, man. Like, I'm jonesing for that 2 o'clock soccer game. Give me that soccer game. Give me more FIFA. And we didn't get more FIFA
No, but
yesterday.
you get
'cause
Wheel
it's
of Fortune
over.
now.
I know we get the wheel now, right? Pat Sajak, I saw wandered out on the social media the other day or something.
Seriously?
Yeah, and was like,
Why would you ever?
he posted something so ridiculous. He goes, I was out in public and people still recognize me. I can't believe this. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, you're first
on
of all,
TV for 50 years, dude. I mean,
every generation has watched your ass on television.
right.
You know, it's like everybody has watched. He's like, he was amazed that somebody recognized him at the mall. I mean, like, if that's not the biggest, nobody's recognizing me right now and I'm bored because I'm not on the Wheel of Fortune anymore, cry for help, I don't know what is. Pat Sajak.
Remember when his daughter recognized me at the Caesars Dome in New Orleans?
Oh, yeah.
She goes, "Have a good night." I said, "Did you hear that, Mac?" He goes, "Yes, unfortunately." She's now.
Now
with
I'm still hearing about it.
She's now with some like stud from the Savannah Bananas. Like it's over for that. Like,
Oh, is she?
Oh yeah, he's like blonde hair, perfect teeth, like plays for the Bananas.
I had somebody tell me, they're like, I just don't like the Bananas. It's not real baseball. I go, exactly. That's the point here.
I would just walk away.
People thinking still that this is real baseball and getting offended when it's not. I mean, it's unbelievable to me.
Oh, she's with the banana. She's with Jackson Olsen.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
is he the top banana?
He's the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
of course.
bananas
It's over.
flambe.
They
right
can't
there.
keep getting away with this.
Yeah, can you show
Kay
me a
Adams
picture of
tweets
this
at
guy?
Bob Fescoe. Maggie Sajak's with like the greatest looking human being, not named Ryan Seacrest, or not named what's his name, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Not only that, he's not even the stilts guy, the guy that comes up with the flaming bat.
No.
He's just the guy.
He's just the guy.
Yeah, it must
He's
be
the
nice.
leading man.
Oh, that's good. Good for her, man. I wonder how much that guy makes, though. Honestly, like, I mean,
Probably does well because his TikTok's really popular too. So he's
Yeah.
got social media
He's
money.
got the Tic Tac.
Yeah, he probably does. So he's probably making, good money. He's probably making close to $1 million a year, I would imagine, right? You would think.
Yeah, I mean,
doing
I
that. I don't know
guess.
what the bananas pay, to be
But I
honest
guess
with you.
you're right.
but-
They sell out so much. They're saying an estimated six-figure
What's
annual
this
income. I'd hope
chode's name?
so.
Yeah.
I'd hope he's making
Chode
six
Banana, what's his name?
Jackson Olsen.
Yeah, I would
Of course
hope.
it is.
I would
Of
hope
course
he's
his name's
making
Jackson.
I would hope he's making a lot of money being the member of the Savannah Bananas, and especially the lead
Yeah,
guy.
you
and
think
doing
I
all
ever
that.
stood an effing chance?
Well, even if he wasn't in the picture, you didn't stand a chance. I hate to be that guy.
Oh, I have it on video, our conversation. She loved me.
Yeah.
Not as much as Rossini.
She loves everybody, clearly.
Hey, she called me Big Dust, man.
Yeah, she called him Big Mike, too. And then he got Little Mike.
6'2", 200 pounds.
Yeah, blonde hair. I mean, he looks great.
Yeah,
What a
and
dance.
he can dance.
Yes.
Yeah, and he can play sports and
probably
do all
can
that.
sing a
yeah.
little bit.
Probably he's got a lot going for him right now. And after he's done with the
28.
banana,
I was going
he's
to say
going
he's
to be
probably my age. Yep, there you go.
good for him.
And he's from Connecticut. Third baseman, second baseman, shortstop. Why don't you just say infield?
Yep, he's got it all.
Bats left, throws right. Even more perfect.
Oh, really? Wow.
I mean, isn't that all?
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you love to be ambidextric? Like,
Oh,
in
of course.
any sport?
In
Like,
anything, just in life,
Of course.
you know? Trying to reach for something and you get the wrong arm down there. You know?
banana ball for a 6-year-old women, not kids. Change my mind. Top text.
All right.
I thought it was full of children. I mean, I've never been. It's not my cup of tea. That's just me.
You'd have fun if you went.
Oh, yeah,
bet.
it's wonderful.
I bet, but like for me, it's not something that I would pay to go see.
Yeah,
but I definitely encourage people to go check it out because it is different. I'm just like, I don't know, kind of a Richard about certain things.
Well, I mean, especially with the ticket's tough. No, I get it.
Yeah, it's a tough ticket,
the ticket's
too.
really tough. Yeah.
Very hard ticket to get, but a very entertaining, very fun, very.
So
it was enjoyable. It was 2 hours
fun.
too. They have the time limit on that and everything. It's great. I mean, it was absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad we had that opportunity to go and see Mac make out the entire time. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, you missed most of it, but
so did Bob apparently because he's watching you make out. He's just seeing back there in the chair.
Somebody's just sitting there, and you got two people next to each other. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Well, I mean, a year later they're getting married.
I know, and here we sit, and
Works perfect.
You know, and my advice today, and I'm
all right,
about
Bob's
this.
letting advice.
I need like some music.
Yeah,
or something.
I don't know.
Use bubbles, not rice. The birds will eat and explode.
I don't care about that. The birds can explode all they want. I hate birds. So such nonsense.
Not real anyways.
We spend more time
Birds are
protecting
nonsense?
birds than people.
Are they
let's
real?
go. Birds? Probably. Yeah, they're real. I mean, but I'm not gonna. I don't like them. It doesn't mean that
There's not a bird you like.
Nah.
Like the red-tailed hawk.
No, birds scare the
Firebird.
hell out of me. Like I like to look at a bald eagle or something. I'm gonna go over to Patrick's house and check out the bald eagles.
Yeah, Brittany's
later
like
today.
obsessed with that.
I would be too if there were bald
There's
eagles
like
in my
5.
backyard.
Pretty sick.
I mean, it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how cool is that to wake up in the morning and see a bald
Every morning,
eagle
let's
out
go to
there?
the greatest house.
Yeah, I mean, if that just doesn't scream America right there, Patrick Mahomes has a nest of bald eagles in his
If he's
yard.
not asked about that on the first day of question at training camp, I don't care. I'd rather hear about that and them doing the Mentos challenge yesterday than anything else in the world. How's the knee, Pat? It's all right. You know, it's we're grinding.
Okay. Better be Kelsey wedding
Yeah.
questions and Eagle questions.
Yeah, how are those? Do you have names for the Eagles in your backyard?
Yeah.
How crazy to just open your door? Like, I freak out if I see a Cardinal, right? Because the Cardinal's
time.
supposed to be like somebody that's like that you lost or love is near, right? Imagine waking up to your window and looking out and being like, that's a bald
eagle.
That's 5 MFers out there on the tree.
Not just one. Yeah, you're
And
right.
I want to see him kill something.
Oh. I mean, like they could get after a I don't even know what. Wow.
You like hummingbirds?
Uh-uh.
Oh, wow.
No birds. No birds. Scare the
I
hell
love
out
the
of me.
red-tailed hawk, man. Seeing those
These
little
birds
things
come after
stand
me,
on
I'll
the-
swat them with a broom. Get
You
the hell
swat a
away from me.
red-tailed hawk, man. Take those eyeballs.
Get the hell away. Especially the woodpeckers, too. I'll shoot them if I had a gun.
Those suck. I hate those.
Yeah.
But, man, a hummingbird is awesome.
Woodpeckers do so much damage, and we're like, oh, we've got to protect the woodpecker. Why?
Bob told me at Nathan's wedding. Now, we were a little loose, but he goes, this MFer had this head like this,
Yeah.
and it was just knocking it like. I look up hummingbird pictures or woodpecker pictures like this big.
Yeah, but the head, I mean, it's
Bob had like when the Beetlejuice parents try to scare the kids, they stretch their face. That was the envision I had of Bob's hummingbird at his house.
I mean,
woodpecker.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've got 2 fake owls up. We've got all kinds of stuff because these things are just dangerous and they ruin things. So screw you, woodpecker. So the advice for the day is for you is to actually enjoy the day because that was some advice that we had during our wedding because you have to enjoy the day and have to become present in the day and make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on so it just doesn't become a blur, right? It's going to be fast. It's going to move. It's going to be this. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be putting out because I'll be honest, you are going to be putting out fires on Saturday, whether you like it or not. Somebody's mother's going to be pissed about something. Somebody's aunt's going to complain about the toilet not being close enough to her seat. Somebody's grandmother's going to bitch about the table she's at. So there's going to be fires that you're probably going to have to put out.
So that Geico
day.
commercial about ants is true because that's my favorite.
Oh,
one.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, our house is great, so we got ants.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of windows, a lot of cleaning.
Yeah, it's like people that you're not even the closest to will be the ones who bitch the most, right? Yeah, like when your mother says or her mother says or whoever's mother says, yeah, Aunt Betsy's coming in. She's gonna. No, I don't care about Aunt Betsy, right?
care.
Again,
Is the chicken gluten free?
yeah, it's not. It's not about you, lady. Sit down and shut up. Okay.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Well, that's what it
Tony.
is. I mean, if you know the movie,
Exactly.
well, I think it was the original Vacation
yeah.
with Imogene Coca, where she's complaining about something, and Beverly
the-
D'Angelo says, "Sit down and shut up." It could get to that on
And they
Saturday.
put her on top of the car.
Yeah, put her on top of the car.
yeah. Okay.
Well, she was dead.
Yeah. Grandma.
So enjoy the day.
the
Make
day.
sure you slow it down and enjoy the day and form memories of the day, because you will get going so fast, it will be over and you'll be like, I forgot to enjoy the day. I forgot to just kind of walk around with my new wife and just take it all in. And form those memories. And so you need to do that. You need to make sure that you enjoy the day and don't get caught up in all that minutia. And if something goes wrong, so what? And if somebody's not happy, who cares? It's not their event. It's not their day. Again, I'll keep saying it's about you two. You two. That's it. Nobody
band?
else.
Bono's gonna be
Bono
there?
could be there. That would be fantastic.
Hello.
But again,
Brock and the number 5s. That's what you get.
you guys.
I'm fine with that.
That's it. And if mom starts or dad starts or grandma starts or Annie starts or uncle starts or sister or whoever starts, get the F out. I'm not dealing with it today.
Yeah, I get one day for this to be about me mainly her.
You know what'd be really great, since you're like really into sports?
Yeah.
Is if after your wedding you had a press conference.
Simone would love that.
What'd you think about the day? Yeah, well, I really thought that we played hard, but I got to be better. I got to be better than that. And, I really like the offensive line today. The groomsmen were great, but I got to be better than that.
Guys were great. Yeah. Guys really showed out.
Siobhan, how'd you feel about the day? Honestly, the hair was great. Stylist could have been a little bit better, but that's on me. I was rushing her a little bit. We'll get in the pocket next time. We'll really understand how it was. Music was solid. Shout out to them. But, a little more songs. Bridesmaid speech sucked. No speeches.
No speeches at the wedding. There's 2 speeches at the rehearsal dinner. It's groom's best man and maid of honor. That is it. That is it. So
this is cool. Somebody says, my buddy put a little GoPro on a bottle of whiskey and let everyone at the wedding take some tugs. Then they edited it to show how the night unfolded. Really cool.
That is a good idea.
Somebody also said advice, make sure you eat in the middle of all the chaos.
I have heard that a lot now.
Yeah, you gotta make sure
you gotta sit down and eat, dude. Otherwise,
eat,
you're going blackout street.
Yeah, and I don't want that. Yeah. I would like to remember it.
I really didn't even want to do this.
Yeah, you'll get to the end of the night. I mean, and you say blackout, though it's your wedding. Don't.
Exactly.
Don't.
Yeah.
Do not
exactly.
drink. Do not be an ass.
Well, I'm gonna
do not.
drink,
But you want to remember your wedding.
Hey, remember, it's about you.
Yeah, that's fine. It is about you, but you want to wake up the next morning and not really remember what you did and who you saw
I
and
don't.
all that kind of
don't
stuff.
get like
and be
don't
miserable
get,
and
don't
hungover.
get nasty,
No.
sloppy drunk.
Just got to get in the pocket. Yes.
Yeah,
No, yes. Eating, I have heard that now multiple times. You'll go like the whole day and then it'll be like nighttime. You haven't eaten. The food's gone. Yeah, that sort of
Nerves won't kick in until you walk down the aisle. Just take a deep breath and enjoy it. Congrats.
I don't think you'll be
Thank
nervous.
you.
I was not nervous at all.
Really?
Yeah, because I know I was making the right decision, right? If you know you're making the right decision, I think nerves and anxiety creep in when it's the wrong situation, right?
I will be honest with you. I will look like Tucker from Something About Mary when I walk down the aisle to get married. I mean, my legs will just be buckling the whole time.
Yeah, but you're going to marry the person you're in love with. I mean, my wife sent me something the other day on Instagram. She goes, how many people can actually say they found the perfect match for them? And when you know. I mean, there's a lot of people that get married, and you're looking at them. You're going, why are you doing this? And it ends up in divorce. And so I've always felt like, man, it's the right decision, and you know what you're doing. There were no nerves for us. I mean, there were. I don't want to say nerves, but it was like I hope everything goes right.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
That sort of thing. And the reason you hope everything goes right is because you hope nobody makes an ass of themselves that you have to worry about.
Exactly. Yes, that is honestly it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you're worried about babysitting. You're worried about what somebody's going to say. You're worried about what somebody's going to do. You're worried about some relative complaining about something that they don't need to complain about.
Yeah, I just want it to be perfect obviously for me, but mainly I want it to be perfect for her. I want it to be the best day. And it will be.
It will be.
It's going to be awesome. Getting closer.
Unless.
Unless what?
Well, who knows? There's always the unless.
Okay. I don't like that. No, I think it'll be great.
Like that. Yeah, that was good.
Do you have somebody that you know right now that you would take the best odds to get the most hammered at your wedding?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a groomsman who hasn't asked about any of the food or what we're eating that morning. He just made sure we were going to have alcohol when we get there at 10 a.m. And I'm like, yeah, we'll have alcohol.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. I mean, you don't want your groomsmen ruining the wedding. Honestly,
I trust them. I trust them. But yeah, there's one guy in particular who I'll introduce you to.
If somebody does that and ruins the wedding, your wife's going to be pissed forever.
Yeah, no, 100%. And then that friendship will be jaded.
The friendship will be over.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
So, it's be careful.
Yeah. Him or you, Dusty? I don't know.
Oh, I'm in the okay. All right. Well. Coming up next, Vern talked about it yesterday. What will make you happy this offseason if you're a Kansas City Royals fan? And
If it makes you happy.
Shout out Sheryl Crow. This is 96.5 The Fan. You're home for Kansas City Sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Window World can help you out in a big way, just like they did for us. When we bought our house, we knew we were going to need replacement windows. And I said to my wife, how many of these are we going to need to replace? She goes, all 30 plus of them. I'm like, oh my goodness, 30 plus replacement windows? What are we going to do? She goes, we're calling Window World. She goes, I've actually already called Window World because they are the best. And they came out and they gave us that in-home demonstration and showed us why Window World windows are better than everybody else. They're double glass windows. They stand on the windows right in front of you because they are so durable, and they keep all the air conditioning in this time of the year, and they heat in during the winter months as well. And Window World windows are one of 2 windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, and they use that double strength glass that gives it a strength not commonly used by replacement windows anywhere else. So if you're looking around your house and you're feeling your cold air go outside, you're thinking, man, I got to do something about that, you need to call my friends over at Window World. They're the official windows of the Kansas City Chiefs and the official windows of the Fescoe as well. So give them a call at 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS or at windowskansascity.com. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. It's Window World.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've been told your joints every single day that are hurting, that there's only one solution, it's time to look around and say, you know what, there isn't only one option. Do your homework and remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. So consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Kansas City. They're helping people all over the country. Over 40,000 people have used QC Kinetics because they concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. The whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off surgery or in some cases avoiding it altogether. And that's why it makes sense to explore every single option. So get your free consultation on the books right now at QC Kinetics. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
It's the Lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the Lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The lawman gets results of the law. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine. The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
It's the summer sales event at Robside Ford. Your chance to upgrade without the stress. Robside joins me now. Rob, what's the offer?
0% financing, $0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days on nearly the entire Ford lineup.
That's a serious summer deal.
Sure is. And unlike your brisket last weekend, these deals aren't dry.
Okay, that's fair. These savings are definitely juicy.
And we're backing it up with 2 years of complimentary maintenance, a non-commissioned sales team, and top trade-in values.
No pressure, no gimmicks at Robside Ford. The way car buying should be.
We're Kansas City's top-rated Ford dealer. 4.8 stars, nearly 3,000 Google reviews, and a better experience from start to finish.
So skip the smoke and the dry meat. This summer, start at Robside Ford.
135th in State Line or robsighc.com. 0% financing, $0 down, 0 payments for 90 days, and 2 years of complimentary maintenance.
Robside Ford, buy right, drive happy. And next time, maybe stick to potato salad.
This July is America's 250th birthday, so declare your independence from low testosterone at Low T Center. Start with a free T-test, stay on treatment for 90 days, and receive $250 back. It's the Low T Center 250 for 250 offer. FixMyLowT.com and book your free T-test. That's FixMyLowT.com. If you're looking for a new job and to work for a great local company, Gann Asphalt and Concrete is hiring. top pay in the industry, health, vision, dental insurance, paid time off, and advancement opportunities. Check them out at GannAsphalt.com. One contractor, all things parking lot.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Colonel's cooked up a new $10 bucket of the day just for you. Monday, 24 nuggets for $10. Tuesday, 8-piece fried chicken for $10. Wednesday, 10 wings for $10. Thursday, 8 tenders for $10. Friday, 24 nuggets for... Ooh, you guessed it, didn't you? $10. The $10 bucket of the day deal. Every weekday. Only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
Prices and participation vary while supplies last. Not available on third-party ordering platforms. Tax extra.
For 75 years, Kansas City families have trusted Anthony for comfort, safety, and dependable service. Thank you for trusting us with your house keys. Anthony, in your home for 75 years.
Hey, this is Trey Smith, and you're listening to your home for Chiefs football. 96.5, The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric on the Missouri side, inbound I-29 from 435 into downtown, about 15 minutes. Home issues rarely happen at a convenient time. When HVAC, plumbing, or electrical issues happen, you need a team that shows up, even on weekends and holidays. Anthony Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric shows up. With flexible financing, comfort is always within reach. Plus, enjoy $500 off a new HVAC system this summer. Scheduled today at anthonyphce.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Back at it on a Tuesday here at 96.5 The Fan. Thank you for tuning in. It's Mac's wedding week, so be kind to him.
Mac's awesome.
Coming up in a little bit, we'll get into the NFL season talk as we're 49 days away. Dan Sorensen days away. For those of you that remember the Dirty Dan. But I wanted to get to something that Vern had mentioned yesterday. And he talked about like something that has to happen in the offseason, which is, in a nutshell, he said, you're going to have to make a trade that's going to pull on the heartstrings of the fan base. Or you're going to have to make something because he said this team needs 2 pitchers. Now, you asked Dusty Likens on July 21st on a Tuesday what pitcher he'd love to see the Royals get in the offseason. It's that Alcantara kid from Miami.
No, I'd like him to get Scooble. But Alcantara is as good as,
Right. He's up there with about the same quality starts as Michael Walker's had this year. And we can get into Michael Walker trade talks as well here in a little bit as well, because his name is starting to get mentioned to the Chicago Cubs as a rumor, which Michael Walker throws his 13th quality game last night, which is just insane how well he's been with how poor the team has been. 41-60. They went on a squeeze play last night. But it's interesting because I'm very intrigued on what the fan base would think about this when it comes to the offseason. Now, again, I know Vinny Pasquantino is hitting like 220 and the power's down. He's been hurt, basically half the year. But if a guy like that was traded, who is what I would consider a mouthpiece, a brother figure in that clubhouse, and a massive fan favorite. Like, I know he's my sister's favorite player. She just loves the Italian thing, the Vinny the Pasquatch, all that sort of. Like, that thing's gone. Like, that's something that's not there anymore.
Yeah,
Vinny's gone,
it's
right?
gone, yeah, right.
And that's been something that's been a bobblehead. It's been a giveaway. It's been, on video games, I believe, Mac. Is it on MLB The Show? I don't know. I don't play MLB The Show anymore, but I assume that they have probably incorporated that into the game. Yeah, right. So that's something that Vern had kind of mentioned, like if you trade on like number 9 or number 11, right, in the offseason, is that something that lets you know that front office is serious? To me, it depends on how they attack this trade deadline, right? Like if they hold Waka, on this team, like it tells me that they're just going to run it back next year. Like they think that it's going to be okay. But I am interested to know if that's something that would let the fan base know, okay, they realize they had a stinker this year. They've got to revamp, a minor rebuild, and they got to change pieces around the team. We've seen the Chiefs do this.
Yep.
The Chiefs lose in the AFC Championship game to the Cincinnati Bengals, and the next thing you know is Tyreek Hill's on his way to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the fan base reacted to that. I know that I was somewhat shocked, but not really shocked. If that makes any sort of sense.
Absolutely. I mean, yes. Yeah, you're like, they did that, but then you're like, you read the tea leaves, and you're like, I'm not surprised they did this.
It was more so like he's hitting his prime right now. He's got 2 more years of it, because if you remember the next year in Miami, they were talking about him going after Calvin Johnson's record.
They were talking about him for MVP that year.
Correct. And I believe the next year he was the number 1 player on NFL's top 100.
Yep, he was. Yep.
And I remember when that trade happened, I'm like, wow, VJ actually did it. They actually traded Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
And then you saw the haul they got in the draft, and they go to 3 straight Super Bowls, so it's easily able to forget.
Right.
So I'm wondering if they did trade somebody like Vinny Pasquantino in this offseason, or they, trade him and a Michael Walker, or not a Michael Walker, but and a Michael Garcia, where at the beginning of this year, we're like, all right, left side of the infield set up for the future. They got 2 golds over there. They're going to be fine on left side, best left side of the infield. But this is what Vern had to say.
No, to me, this offseason has to be highlighted by a painful trade, something that really hurts the fan base. There's a lot of number 9 jerseys, a lot of Vinny Pasquantino, a lot of Michael Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
One of those jerseys that you see all over Kauffman Stadium, you have to do something major, because to run it back with that same team, that same clubhouse, that same limping out of the gate in April, that same nervous energy, that same reluctance to, fight.
So there's Vern talking about what we just mentioned, and that's the thing. If you go into April next year and you're limping in, out because of what this year was, right? Like imagine the Chiefs start this year 1-4. What that fan base will look like.
Everybody will be pissed, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody be pissed.
So I kind of agree with Vern that if you're going to go, because that's the way trades work, unfortunately, in baseball, is to get something, you had to give something. To get Jonathan India, they had to give Brady Singer. At the time, I think that one was kind of one that is kind of in the same ballpark, no pun, but that Vern had mentioned there. Like Brady Singer was a guy that was the first-round draft pick, was supposed to be the ace of your staff, didn't really live up to the hype that you thought, but you're like, man, the next year you're like, we got Jonathan India who's doing nothing, and Brady Singer's out here going to the playoffs with the Cincinnati Reds. Like, yeah, but you didn't have that leadoff hitter, and you didn't have that second baseman utility guy that you could have played.
Yeah.
So you had to give up something that somebody was like, man, I really like Brady Singer. This guy's, kind of tenacious. He's furious on the mound. He hates the rain. But you had to do something in the offseason to make your team better. And last year they missed the playoffs. You go 82-80, and this year they're on the verge of losing 100 games. And you're going to have to do something this offseason that's going to have to tug at those heartstrings. It's going to be one of those trades where you're like, damn, Vinny's gone, but.
Yeah, but I don't know if that is something that the fans necessarily want. Vern said something that is going to hurt the fan base. This season has hurt the fan base enough, right? And you've got popular players. I don't think the fans would react. I'd love to hear from fans on this. Is that something that fans want, is to trade a guy like Vinny Pasquantino? Because I think fans want change higher than Vinny Pasquantino. I think they want front office change. I think they want managerial change. That's where I think the fans are right now. And so that's why when I heard Vern say something that hurts the fan base, yeah, trade of Vinny would hurt the fan base. Like you said, your sister, that's her favorite player. That's a lot of people's favorite players. It's somebody you can identify with. It's somebody you can, grab onto. And if you traded Vinny, let's say, right, you trade Vinny and maybe Waka gets dealt now, okay, how are you selling this team next year to your fans? The right move is to trade Michael Waka, by the way. If they hold on to Michael Waka, I think it's a fool's move, but that's just me from where I sit. But I don't think fans would be happy going into next season with a guy like Vinny Pasquantino traded. I think fans would be even more pissed than where they are right now at this organization.
I don't know. Talking to the fan or talking to the listeners last week when I said who has the most pressure the second half of the Royals season on the field, because we know JJ&Q would have taken over that poll, right?
Right.
It was Vinny Pasquantino, and everyone was saying that they want him gone because his replacement's here. Now, if that's the one move they make and they don't fire anybody and no front office, yes, I think people will be upset because that's the one move. But I don't think people will be upset at that move alone. I think people are ready to see him gone. I think his antics kicks are tired.
Yeah, I know, and I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I'm thinking from a fan's perspective. If you trade Vinny Pasquantino, and that's the move you make this offseason, and you run back the coaching staff, and you run back the front office, and you run back everything else, did you really change much of anything? I mean, you're telling us Vinny was the problem? And I don't think Vinny is the problem. I think right now, the way that I look at it, it's just an organization that I don't know, man. It's stuck in a malaise right now. It's stuck in something that is just not working. And trading Vinny, I don't think makes the difference in making this a better overall organization. That's kind of where I sit right now. I'd love to hear from the fans. If that's the move they make and they run back the front office and the coaching staff, is that enough for the fans? Because I don't know that it would be enough for the fans.
I don't think there's one move that's. I think not one guy's the problem, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's
you're
so
right about
many
that. There's
problems.
so many
Yes,
problems,
yes.
right? Yeah.
They also have to continue to monitor what Cags does this second half. If Cags goes out there and continues to mash it, let's say he finishes the season with 29 home runs and hits 265, that's going to give them even more availability to shop Vinny Pasquantino. Because we know Sal's not going to go anywhere, at least for this year and next year. At least I don't think so. By the way, one home run away from tying George Brett as he hit a blast last night to center field. But again, like, you're seeing the development of your younger players. Like, you've got Carter Jensen, who's starting to kind of take off in his role. Now, he still needs help defensively, which is where Sal can become very beneficial. But if Vinny's gone, you move Jack to first permanently. But then that also
now you need an
creates-
outfielder.
Right. So it's like, I don't know what you do there, because in the grand scheme of things, your dream is to see Jack play first, because longevity at the position, he would stay healthier there. He wouldn't be in right field where he could have, maybe an issue like
Hamstring pulls, all that crap.
which that could happen at first. but
I
the
mean, Judge
likelihood-
ran into the wall and missed 8 months.
And they even didn't they move Trout to right field to save his
Yeah, they
injuries?
did,
They moved him
yeah,
out of
yeah.
center. I don't know if that really actually helped. But again, like, that's the other thing too. Like, if Jack continues to be developed into this, I don't know, potential superstar for this team, that makes that trade that much easier to make,
Sure.
because you have his replacement. And I think that's what you're seeing on the horizon right now. And I don't know if, like, that single thing does it, but I'm also with Vern as well. What he's been saying, at least the last 3 times we've had on the show, is the front office has to go out and spend money. They've got to go out and get 2 free agent pitchers. Well, I don't know if you're going to get that value with a trade of Vinny Pasquantino.
Right.
'Cause
You're not.
That's the way it works. So I'd be like, oh, look what he's done the last 2 years. Correct. We're not going to get a frontline starter. So you're going to have to go out and buy one, trade for one, and then do something in between there as well to get answers to a fan base that's extremely angry this year.
But also, too, I think Vinny Pasquantino is a good example of when people say after a good year you can't trade a guy. I'm tired of hearing those conversations. I'm tired of being called an idiot when I say trade Noah Cameron. I'm tired of being an idiot when I said, good, trade Tyreek Hill. You've got to bounce on these guys.
Should have traded Reagans.
You should have traded Cole Reagans. You absolutely should have traded Cole Reagans in the offseason.
Or 2 off seasons
Or 2
ago.
off seasons
You've had
ago.
2 times and you didn't do it either time.
Right. Chris Bubich, the same thing. You had an opportunity, to trade him. This is how you make your organization better. Holding on to guys to save a couple of wins at the end of the season here or maybe next year doesn't make your overall organization better. You'll win a few more games with Michael Wacha. There's no doubt about that in my mind. But is keeping Michael Wacha for the rest of this season and all of next year and then a club option after that best for the future of this organization, when now you look around and there's so many holes all over this organization? You need outfield help, you need infield help, you need pitching help, you're going to need relieving help right now. So if you can trade Michael Wacha and he can be a guy that can start to bring you pieces back, and you have that kind of golden ticket with Michael Wacha and you can get some good stuff back in return, that is an absolute move that you have to make. The question then becomes is, do you have the confidence as a fan in this front office to make the right move with Michael Wacha? And so I hope they go out there and they trade him. I don't think they will, but I hope that they do, because you'll take a hit today, but there's a good chance you get good players back that will help you in the future. And I'm not saying you're going to get a haul like Greinke, but always keep that in mind. When you trade a Zach Greinke, when you trade a Tyreek Hill, those 2 big-name players, what did that do? It led both organizations to world championships. So trade your guys now while you're losing. Get players back in return that can put you on a track to go out there and win a world championship. Michael Wacha is not going to be part of this team when they're ready to win again. Get rid of them. Get pieces back and start the rebuilding process and go win another championship like you did off the heels of the Zach Greinke trade.
Yeah. And, I think the Michael Wacha thing is interesting because 13 quality starts, you're now going to start seeing teams that are going to say that we need a third starter in a rotation because, when the playoffs start, you need that third guy. You have your front two guys, and you have the third guy that can take the ball in game 3, can take the ball in game 6 if you get there, and that can be a guy that you can bring in later in the games that can kind of just put the bleeding to an end. Now, Matt Shaw and Kevin Alcantara, the two prospects or two young guys for the Cubs that the names were linked to with Michael Wacha getting traded. And some people would say that's a bad trade because you don't know what these prospects are going to do. But then you look at the minor league system for the Royals, about 2 to 3 years away from the guys that they have that could actually make a potential spike with Churio and Hammond. Those are the two frontliners. If you look at Baseball America, those are their two top prospects in their system right now. Those guys are 2 years away. They're not going to be here next year. So if you can get because Michael Wacha at the most is going to finish, if you keep him, is going to play this year and next year, and then that's it.
And that's it.
If you get these two guys and one of them pans out and plays for the next 5 years in the organization, you have won that trade. I think you win the trade if you deal Michael Wacha now because he doesn't make your team any better or worse without him on this team. This season is over. It's over. It is what it is. You're 41-60. So, yes, I know Michael Wacha loves it here. His family lives here. Doesn't mean you have to leave here. He's just not going to finish the year here. But I think at this point right now, you have to do whatever you can to build up for next year. And, yes, Michael Wacha being traded would be one of those things where it'd be like, shucks, we don't have our best pitcher on the roster anymore. What's he doing for your team this year other than quality starts, which is great. They won last night. He didn't get the win because, Alex Lane gives up a home run at the end of the game like he did the night before. But again, that's something you have to do right now where you have to take emotions out of it. You have to take all this stuff and put it to the side and say, if one of these two prospects can work, then I'll be okay with it.
And the Athletic also said, too, there are very few pitchers on the market right now. And so that makes Michael Wacha a very valuable trade piece at this point in time. If there's very few pitchers out there and a lot of teams need a pitcher, this spells success for the Royals. Get into a bidding war for Michael Wacha. Get teams bidding against each other and up the ante so you can go out there and trade him. And you said those two prospects that you mentioned a couple of years away. Think about where Hosmer and Moose were when they made the Zach Greinke trade. They were a couple years away from, winning. They traded Greinke, after the 2010 season? And so you had 11 and 12 and 13, and then you took off in 14 when you got all your prospects and up there and at the end of 12 and the beginning of 13, and they all started to play together. That's what you want to do. That's how you're going to win in this system, of baseball today. It may change at the end of the year, depending on the lockout and all that. But in this system today, you've got to bring all these guys up. Look at the past. Look what the Royals did in the past. Trade these guys now and make sure you make good trades so you can pump your organization and start moving forward. Because right now, you're just in the middle of nowhere. It's no man's land right now where the Royals are. You're not going anywhere. You're spinning your wheels in mud. It is time to move forward as an organization, and that means trading Michael Wacha and potentially Vinny Pasquantino and maybe more moves after that, depending on how all this thing, turns out and depending on if ownership has confidence in this group moving forward too.
I think I've maybe said it. I don't know if I said it last week or I've said it multiple times, maybe with you guys as well. The timeline's pretty clear. Bobby Witt Jr.'s got that player option in 2030, meaning you need to be competitive by 2029, meaning 2028 needs to be somewhat competitive, getting to that contention. 2027 next year is at best a bridge year, and the Royals front office needs to act like it. That is the only timeline that matters. You have 3 seasons to make this team somewhat of a contender, somewhat relevant to say, Bobby, we're going somewhere good. Stay with us.
Yeah,
2027 is not a part of that plan.
No, and also not just for that, too, but and maybe there's a new ballpark coming. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, obviously, with that thing right now. But even if, let's say it does happen, you're going to open a new ballpark, you better have a good product on the field. The new ballpark will carry you for a year or two, and then it'll be same old once everybody has seen, the new digs and all. So you've got to find a way to make sure that you're doing, what you can to make sure that ballpark is full and there's a good product in it when you open that new ballpark. And you're right with the Bobby Witt stuff too, man. Like, if I'm Bobby Witt right now, I'm looking around, I'm going, why would I stay here? Why would I stay here? They've done nothing to convince me to stay here in Kansas City. And maybe it's best if they do let Bobby go and use that money to pay for an entire team instead of for one player. Maybe they overextended themselves on Bobby Witt Jr. and they can't afford to do anything else.
Yeah. And there's other holes they've got to fix outside of making trades. They've got to reload that bullpen because we don't know what happens with Daniel Lynch or Schreiber or all these guys. I don't know if Urseg's back next year. I don't know what the plan is for that at all next year. So, yes, there are a lot of holes in this team that you've got to repatch and refill. before you can get serious about getting in the driver's seat of winning again. So should be a tough offseason, but it is a Tuesday, so we get into a tough Tuesday here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey as well on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, we had another great Park and Go experience while we were out of town. I love the folks over at Park and Go because you know you can rely on them. And for me, when I get back from a trip, it's always like, oh, I'm so tired, I just want to get home. And I always have a great opportunity to do that as fast as I possibly can because Park and Go is there waiting for us when we get off the plane. I always love timing. You pull up to the gate about 4:30, and by 5:30, we're home in our driveway. And we live way south of the airport, around 119th Street. And I'm there within an hour of the time that our flight gets to the gate. That is customer service from my friends over at Park and Go. And we know how awesome they are. All covered parking, great shuttle service, and when you prepay, you're saving money as well at bookparkandgo.com. So the next time you have a trip coming up, make sure you make your parking reservation at bookparkandgo.com. Do it immediately after you book your flight, and that way you're booked and ready to go. And then do what we did and join their frequent parker program and earn points towards free parking. Reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens, and driving in this area means navigating everything from busy metro traffic to open Midwest roads, so having the right auto insurance really matters. With AAA, switching today means you could save up to 21% on your auto insurance. AAA offers trustworthy protection, personalized coverage options, and customer service that gives you real peace of mind. And when you bundle policies or insurance multiple vehicles, you can save even more. Visit AAA.com. That's AAA.com.
The best football contests are back out in Las Vegas with Circa Sports. $30 million in guaranteed prizes, no rake in any of the three contests. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action, 128 ways to win. Or Circa Survivor, you pick one winner each week, the last one standing wins. And Circa Grandissimo with $100,000 entry. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2-up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match results bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2-up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. This promotional offer not available in Ontario, Pennsylvania, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. Available in the U.S. For New York, 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. New and existing customer offer, subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel, must be present in a state where it's legal to wager.
Look who has extra pep in their step.
Well, I just finished my to-do list. Gas tank is full, tonight's dinner plans are set, grocery shopping is complete, and I even got everything for those barbecues and pool parties we have planned. You know what's even better?
What?
Every one of those stops gets me a bit of money back.
How are you doing that?
By using Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app where I earn cash back on gas, groceries, and dining out. They even gave me a cashback bonus on my first grocery trip.
So that extra pep comes from all that cash back. Looks like I need to download Upside.
You really do.
Earn cash back on errands and everyday essentials. Download Upside and use promo code SNAP5 to earn an extra $5 cash back on your first purchase at one of over 100,000 available locations. That's promo code SNAP5 for an extra $5 cash back. Remember, use promo code SNAP5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, inbound I-29 from 435 into downtown, about 15 minutes. Checking 435. You're moving at posted speeds or better all around the metro. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Coming up in about 15 minutes, 49 days away until the NFL season begins. We'll get to the Max countdown question. A lot of counting down going for Mac this week. This is his Wednesday. See, Friday will be out of the office to prepare for the biggest day of his life.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to cut his hair.
Well, I thought he was going to Chiefs training camp for the first time.
I wish.
You're going to miss most of training camp getting married and honeymooning.
Is
You
that
know what Bigley would say about this?
Is that in your vows? Honey, I love you so much. I'm passing up St. Joe to go to Hawaii.
Yeah. Have you talked to Binkley about this though? Getting married right at the beginning of training camp, he can't be happy about this.
I'm sure he's upset.
Yeah,
I am sure he is furious that you're getting married now that we are the start of football season, and I mean that in all sincerity because teams are reporting to training camp today, fellas. Here it is. We are finally here, where teams are now reporting to training camp. I think 3 or 4 different teams are expected to report today, according to Adam Schefter. So the ride is beginning. All the teams that have started with new head coaches get that opportunity to report beginning today. So we got ourselves football practice to look forward to, Mac.
How do they look in the yellow jersey quarterbacks?
Who looks good?
Who's in the best shape of their life?
Everybody. Who's going to come in out of shape?
A few.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-and-so looks fat. Okay. This comes from the 620. Good morning, guys. Listening in all morning. My fiance and myself are traveling from Chinook, Kansas to St. Louis to see Usher and Chris Brown tonight to celebrate her 30th birthday.
Sick.
Can you give my beautiful bride-to-be, Ashlyn, a 30 birthday shout-out? Ashlyn, happy birthday. Enjoy the concert.
Happy birthday.
I hope they play Let It Burn and Yo. Those are 2 songs I think I like the most by Usher and Chris Brown.
Where's the concert? Is it
St. Louis.
No, but where? Is it at the Cardinal Stadium or is it inside or is it at the arena? That'd be a cool one to have at Push Stadium, I think.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Outside.
open air.
Yeah.
All your smoke can go up and not affect others.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's not a tough Tuesday, but it is Tuesday, so let's get into a tough Tuesday, and I will start this out because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys having a tough Tuesday according to the NFL's top 100 list voted on by the players. Bryce Young, number 98. Brock Purdy, number 85. Baker Mayfield, number 77. Jordan Love, number 72. Lamar Jackson, number 69. Trevor Lawrence, number 62. Bo Nix, 59. There are many guys having a tough Tuesday. Imagine waking up this morning and seeing the players that vote on this think that Bo Nix is better than you, Trevor Lawrence, better than you, Lamar Jackson, better than you, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Bryce Young. I would take all of those quarterbacks that I just mentioned over Bo Nix. Yes, I did not stutter.
Wow,
I would take
okay.
Bryce Young and Brock Purdy over Bo Nix.
Gotcha.
Tough Tuesday.
It is a tough Tuesday. That is a tough Tuesday for at least 3 of those guys.
The players are making a mockery of this thing now.
You're
clearly.
taking Baker, right?
Yeah, I got to look at that list again here
It's
real quick.
Bryce Young, Brock Purdy,
Brock
Baker
and Bryce are the only.
You're not taking Lamar.
And honestly, I might take Bo over Baker.
You're taking Bo over Lamar Jackson.
No. Those are the only 2 that I would disagree with you with. I would take Bo Nix over Brock Purdy and Bryce Young, possibly Baker Mayfield. But no, Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence. What are we? doing?
Yeah, I don't know, man. 2-time MVP winner.
Jordan Love, you're still hanging on to, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
yes.
so but what about
I
like?
could point to a lot of reasons why, but we don't need to get into it.
No, but what about, is this year the year though?
It's a big year. Yeah, he's got to stay healthy. He's got to play well.
Yeah.
When he's healthy, he has played well.
Okay. Well,
Not
we'll
in the playoffs. 6 turnovers in his last 2 games in the playoffs.
And then Trevor Lawrence, I mean, who knows what you're going to get out of him at some times, right? You'd like to say he's a guy that you could look at, but I don't know. I'm not 100% in on Trevor Lawrence on that one. So, but still, I mean, Bo Nix above Lamar Jackson.
It's a joke.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't think these
voted on by the players.
Yeah, like I don't think these players are caring about this vote anymore. I'm going to go my tough Tuesday, Ryan Clark.
Oof.
For all of us in the sports world, thank you for moving on from Ryan Clark. But for Ryan Clark, I think a tough Tuesday for him. He found out in the middle of a show that he was fired because the word was the word was starting to get out, and it's a 6-7 type thing, right? What are we going to do here? The word is out. This guy's on the air right now. We don't want him to find out this way. And so now we've got to fire him in the middle of a show and then continue to put out clips of what he said after he was fired, which I thought was bizarre by ESPN, but that's just me. But Ryan Clark, it was time. It was time for Ryan Clark to go. He's been there for 10 years, and when he came onto the scene, I love Ryan Clark. I thought he was fantastic, and Ryan Clark never got better. In fact, he got worse by the day, got worse. It just dissipated, and he became, I just thought, somebody that I didn't care to listen to anymore on ESPN, and then he got into it with Peter Schrager, and they're saying that is ultimately what cost Ryan Clark his job.
Which I hate that.
At ESPN.
That is bogus to me.
Why?
Because that's not that happened over a year ago, and they're doing a bunch of layoffs today.
They are, but if you're ranking people who you're going to lay off, that's
fine. But don't come up with the reason that happened over a year ago. And both those guys, including Schrager, said, "Hey, that's squashed beef, man."
Well, that's what you say in the public, but who knows what he's doing behind the scenes? How he talks to people behind the scenes? How he treats coworkers? How he is in the office? Like, there's a lot of things people don't see and people don't know around offices when you're dealing with people. But Ryan Clark, it was time to go. I mean, he had gone downhill, and I'm glad he's on. He's been moved on. Let's see who else ESPN goes with today,
and let's see who Ryan Clark gets picked up by, because he'll be somewhere else. Someone else will pick him up, whether it's a podcast network or whether it's Fox, who it is. He'll be somewhere. WNBA, tough Tuesday, man. I mean, you're not going to monetize the Sophie Cunningham point. You're not going to, I don't understand. You're not giving in to. The WNBA will not allow partner brands to monetize Sophie Cunningham's viral point. That's the most viral moment this WNBA season's had so far, other than any actual gameplay, and that's not as viral as the point.
Maybe the most ever.
And she is getting more and more popular. There was a great prediction that she'll be running for vice president by 2050, which I actually don't hate, because I don't hate that take. Not that I'd like any of the other parts of that. But yeah, I mean, a lot of her tweets, she is getting into more of that civic stuff rather than on the court stuff, and she's smart, and the WNBA is not. I talked about the WNBA last week and Caitlin Clark and trying to give in to kind of push Caitlin Clark into our faces. Caitlin
Clark should go play in Europe.
They're pushing. Well, I would not agree with that at all. They're pushing Caitlin Clark as this face, as this star, and we anointed her really early on, and we thought, oh, she kills it in college, she's going to kill it in the WNBA, and she hasn't. She's really good. She hasn't been great. She had that 45-point game, and then what happened in the next game? 17 points, shot less than 50%, which is what she does. She's one of the most inefficient players right now in the league. She's maybe not even the best player on her team. There's amazing stars in this league. Olivia Miles, Sophie Cunningham, Sabrina Ionescu, that you should be pushing as the face of the league. WNBA, terrible leadership.
Didn't Ionescu and Caitlin Clark square off on Sunday?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I watched a little bit of that game.
Yeah. I've been watching more this
competitive.
Season. Yeah.
I mean, I watched the fever
growing.
for Sophie, but that's just me.
Yeah, no, 100%. The talent is growing big time in the WNBA. And Caitlin Clark, not that they shouldn't be pushing her, she is a star, but they should push their other players.
Yeah, you're talking about on-court versus off-court. Caitlin Clark is still the biggest star off the court.
But it's just like what we do here, Bob. We decide what's a topic. We decide what a story is. So does the WNBA. So does your league.
Yeah.
They decided Caleb Williams is going to be one of the faces of the NFL this year because they put him on the Madden cover because they're putting him in our faces. That's what they do with Caitlin Clark. They don't do that with anyone else. They have other stars to do it. Maybe 10 years ago they didn't. Right now they do. She's not She's not a top 5 player right now.
So, but she's a top 5 jersey seller. She's a top 5 drawer. Nobody
Yes,
else is.
but
Nobody else is forcing other teams to move to arenas to fill seats.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
We've moved games because of one player,
dude.
Besides Caitlin Clark,
they've sold out 2 games this year. Last year it was 10. The year before it was 18. It's going down. They're 3rd in ticket sales this year.
Okay.
It's not the fact. The fact of the nature is it's actually dissipating with Caitlin Clark, and the WNBA needs to be on top of it.
Well,
it's
we'll
dissipating
see what happens.
rapidly.
I think right now Caitlin Clark is probably dissipating because of the treatment she gets from the rest of the league, and nobody's protecting her. And if I'm Caitlin Clark, no, not please. I mean, she has done so much for this league and brought so many people to this league. I'm not talking about the WNBA if it's not for Caitlin Clark. Sorry, not interested. Not my sport. I don't like basketball. It's not my thing. But Caitlin Clark brought me to the table. Caitlin Clark brought my daughters to the table.
And now
they
it's the
don't
WNBA's role to keep you there.
Well, it
and
hasn't
Caitlin
worked
Clark will
yet.
not.
I don't know what will. But if I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm leaving this league. This league right now doesn't protect her, doesn't care about her, and I would leave and I would take my talents to Europe, make more money over there, and have a better career. That's what I would do if I was Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark this year averaging 20.7 points per game, 7.8 assists per game, shooting 33.3% from the 3.
Yeah. Inefficient from 3.
And then 42% from the field.
Not even the leading scorer on her team. And in between that 45-point game.
And who is that leading scorer? And
Kelsey Mitchell.
Yeah, I've never heard of her, and I'm being honest with you.
And that's the WNBA's fault is what I'm saying. That's leadership. Between that 45-point game, 9, 12, 13, 17.
No matter
inefficient.
No matter who you have as your player, you also have to have a sport that's interesting.
And I'm telling you, it is.
Well, for you it is, but for me it's not.
Yeah, but that's not... Bob, you're not watching basketball.
You're right.
There are people
I'm
that
the
are.
people they need to be. How do you get me?
They're not going to get you. The NBA can't get you, man. They barely got you this season because it was the Knicks.
Yeah.
They don't need to get you. They need to get casual basketball fans. You are not a casual basketball fan.
But there are a lot of casual basketball fans that are not paying attention to the WNBA.
Exactly my point. Yes.
And I don't think by pushing Sabrina Ionescu out there is going to get people to pay attention to the WNBA.
CC brought them here. They have to get someone else to take them home. They've got the cats to do it.
Would you say they did a decent job leaning into Sophie Cunningham, even though she is on the coattails of Caitlin Clark?
Yeah, I think so, but I think it's because she's directly connected and they're besties.
Because then she went to Sports Illustrated. She did the UFC thing where she was a ring girl, all that sort of stuff. They got to go outside Indiana, though.
Exactly. Like Paige Beckers, 44 points her rookie year on better efficiency than Caitlin Clark had this year in her 3rd or 4th season on 45 points. Does anyone know about it? No. That's the WNBA's fault. That's not Paige Becker's fault.
You know, it's also going back to the Ryan Clark thing real quick before we go to break. You know how people always, like, when someone passes away, they do the Anthony Jeselnik thoughts and prayers?
Right, yeah.
Which is like, think about me while you also grieve. You know, at Italian restaurants, they come by with the cheese and they tell you when.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's Emmanuel Acho yesterday. Tell me when.
All right, it's time to talk about this Ryan Clark firing.
Okay.
I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Number one, objectively, he's a good analyst. Why? He's brought NFL Live 2 Emmy Awards, of which they had never won before, and they likely will not win after. So
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
That is Emmanuel Acho saying,
nobody else can win an Emmy Award. Did somebody say, hey, Emmanuel, what are your thoughts on Ryan Clark? And he just offer those to us?
I think it was Joy Taylor filming. Coming up on the other side, we're 49 days away from the NFL beginning. Matt gives us the question on 49 days here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for the Kansas City Chiefs.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Hey guys, it's Dusty Likens, and how many times have you failed? It's okay to admit it, multiple times. I fail daily. But don't fail in the bedroom because performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED get in the way. The truth is most men don't have to live with it anymore, and you may be surprised by how the right treatment can improve your love life. Heartland Men's Health uses advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond the pills. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating men in the Kansas City area, so call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Schedule a consult with a Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you are like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Kansas; Independence, Missouri, between Blue Springs and Lee Summit; and in North Kansas City. So call them today. Tell them Dusty Likens told you to at 844-447-6600, or visit them at heartlandmenshealth.com.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Knoll or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low-cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Don't wait until the next storm reveals a roofing problem. If your roof is over 15 years old, schedule a free inspection with Century Roofing's award-winning team. With over 36 years of experience and 36,000 roofs installed, we've been voted Best Roofing Company in Johnson County 5 years running and Best in Kansas City 2 years in a row. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com today. KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Oh, hey, Sarah. Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal, too. Right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid.
Nice.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or 1.9% APR for 72 months on the Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Santa Fe Hybrid during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry, offer ends August 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey, this is Lauren, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's gonna add the protein that you need. The eggs with those crispy nuggets. It's the ultimate combo.
Hi, this is Maya, and a little thing I love about the hash brown scrambled burrito is that it's packed with protein. Having Chick-fil-A chicken in a breakfast burrito is just phenomenal to me. You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns. It's just complete, honestly.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Royals coverage sponsored by Renner Garage Door. Forward and back, RENNER.
Almost Andy Reid here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, get free repair or replacement quotes and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
On the Missouri side, inbound I-29 from 435 into downtown, about 15 minutes. Checking 435. You're moving at posted speeds or better all around the metro. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to the home of the Royals, 96.5 The Fan.
KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, Odyssey Sports Station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. Seven o'clock hour here on a Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in to 96.5 The Fan. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens, all with you. As we count down the days till Mac says I do, we also count down the days until we hear wide 80. Can't wait for the quarterback cadence that we get to hear and the birds chirping in the background as the sun rises in St. Joe and the Chiefs continue to go forward into the next season. I know that I'm hard. Absolutely put away an anomaly of a 6-11 season, as we would hope. But Mac, you have the numbers and you have the question.
49 days, Dan Sorensen, you know what that means.
Al Hardman is back to take this punt from Brian Anger. Second in the league in net punting was Anger. 24-7 Houston, 8:32 to go, second quarter.
24-7, and that's the crowd.
They fake the right side, and it's tackled, short of the first down. Great play. Dirty Dan Sorensen would not be fooled. A gain of 2 on 3rd down and 4. Dirty Dan makes the big play, stopping the fake punt.
We remember that one. Bob brought it up yesterday. It happened against the Browns, too.
Jarvis Landry sneaks out into a left slot. Mayfield holding, comes back to the near side. A man wide open at the 5, stumbling for the pylon. The ball's out and fumbled out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It was caught by Njoku at the 1. Then he dove for the pylon, lost control of the ball. Gigantic fumble. It is a touchback. The Chiefs keep Cleveland off the scoreboard on this drive.
Remember, that was in front of like 30,000 fans at Arrowhead Stadium because it was COVID year. So it wasn't a great crowd, obviously, on hand for that game. And that was the one, I mean, that saved that game as well. Dan Sorensen saved 2 playoff games for the Chiefs, and people still didn't like Dan Sorensen around here. And he had 2 of the biggest plays in postseason history for this team.
That's a ripple effect play. Like maybe Baker Mayfield's still in Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Oh, my
Legitimately.
God. Yeah.
Maybe Jarvis Landry plays for another few years.
Exactly.
Yeah. He was out in 2022.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is a ripple effect type play. What if Cleveland ends up winning
in Arrowhead?
Because that was the year too. That was 2020. 15-1 that season, right? Wasn't that our 15-1 year?
Did they go 15-1 one season? I thought it was 14-2.
Was it 14-2? I swear it was.
You might be right.
Yeah, but either way,
I mean, they were incredible.
Yeah, that was one of the best. That's the year they obviously went
14-2.
Yeah, they went and played in the Super Bowl in Tampa. But you don't have that situation if Daniel Sorensen doesn't make that play. But I never thought about the ripple effect type moves from that. Yeah, if Cleveland wins that playoff game, who'd the Chiefs play that following week?
2020 AFC Championship game. It would have been
Was that the championship game the next week?
Yeah, or was it because
they had the bye?
That's right, bye. That's right,
Divisional
yeah.
round.
Divisional, yeah. So yeah, the championship. So it had to be Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it was Buffalo.
Yeah.
That would have been Buffalo. That would have been the first one against Buffalo where they kind of torched them.
Yeah.
That was the one
when
with
Josh Allen threw the football on the ground like somebody's face because he was upset and frustrated.
Is that the one where Stephon stood on the field and watched the Chiefs that year?
I think that must have been it.
Lots changed with him too.
Yeah, he's in
trouble. Could be a Chief.
Yeah.
We had Field, I had Field Yates on last week. He brought up the Commanders and the Chiefs about Stephon Diggs. So who knows?
But
who's going to be the Sorensen of this team is the question as we are 49 days to the NFL season. The team player, and I'll define that, the team player that's going to make plays we don't always expect. Because that's kind of what Dan Sorensen, a good team player, does a couple of different things. Who do you guys got?
I'm going to go with 2 names. And it's Jalen Moore and Josh Simmons because I think people are down on both of them for whatever reasons, right? They're down on those guys.
Yeah,
so,
Simmons is in too good of shape.
Right. Did we get that text?
Well, remember there was somebody that said that on his social media post? Oh, I don't know. He's too strong.
Too strong.
Yeah.
Do you realize who he's going against?
Myles Garrett.
Will Anderson.
Yes.
TJ Watt.
The strongest players in the world.
I mean, the most athletic athletes probably are defensive ends now in the NFL, right? I mean,
can't date girls. Hogs too big.
I mean, who was that had that play?
Dusty Likens.
No, there was somebody there was somebody whose like ex-wife left him because of that.
It was a lineman.
Yeah, and then he's suing her because now he's got issues of dating. I get. I mean, it's a whole story. Look it up. I mean, it's bizarre. Some former NFL offensive.
Maybe I need to marry that woman.
Yeah, you're just too big for me. I don't have
Trust
that
me,
problem.
I will not disappoint.
I'll be just fine here. So I'm going to go with both offensive tackles because, people, and how do you grade that? There's no stat I know, so that may freak out the Royals. But you can just look at and have the eye test and see what goes on and know whether or not they're getting the job done. Because I saw a mock draft again yesterday for tomorrow or for next year. And it was like offensive tackle was the first need. I'm like, come on.
I'll go with DeMercado. Because we've kind of seen this role in the past with this said type of player, right? Samaje Perine is the first thing that comes to mind. Andy Reid always wants that guy out there that's, hey, your number one goal is to take out that safety that comes around. Just chip him, block him, do something to give Pat 3 more seconds. or, 2 more seconds to hit that second read, or everybody goes after Travis and Rasheed and maybe Worthy, or if Justin Fields is in that role in the end zone, everybody follows those guys and then delay out to the outside, boom, you're like, oh, there's DeMercado, touchdown. Don't need to see it every game, but I'd love to see it in those crucial games where like Buffalo thinks they have it figured out, and then DeMercado is the guy that catches the go-ahead touchdown pass or takes the run in, and then all the Buffalo fans are going, DeMercado? The same way that people in Houston were like, Dan Sorensen? Didn't everybody hate this guy in Kansas City? Until now. Until he made a big play in a big moment that you weren't expecting, which I think DeMercado could make that play. I know Ken Walker's your guy. I know Kelsey and Rice and Worthy and all those guys are your number one guys on offense. But every once in a while, you're going to see DeMercado make a play like we would see Samaje Perine make a play. Or we'd see like a Damian Williams make a play. Or a Darrell Williams, I guess, would probably be more of a comparison to that. Where it's like, that's the guy where you're watching and going, okay, backup running back made a play in a crucial time that we now can trust and move that forward. Does it happen 3 or 4 times this year? Hopefully. I don't need to see it every game, though. But we didn't see that from Dan Sorensen every game. We saw those surprise plays where we sat back and went, 49. Oh, 49, that's Dan. That's Dan Sorensen. Where the same thing could happen with DeMercado, in my opinion, this year.
Yeah, it'd be like that McKinnon kind of guy. Yeah. This offense needs that. They've always had it when they're at their best.
3rd and 1, quick shovel. Everybody shifts right. He goes. Yeah.
I'll go a little bit bigger of a player, but someone that I don't know if Chiefs fans are more down on any other player on this team than Xavier Worthy. And I'm starting to really come around on him, become really optimistic about the season that I think he's going to have. I think this could be a breakout year. But he's going to be the most well-rounded receiver on this team. I think he's going to be the better route runner than Rasheed Rice. I think he's going to be used in jet sweeps. I think he's going to be a deep threat. I think we've already seen him be great in the intermediate routes. Much like Sorensen, he will be versatile. He plays. He'll also make mistakes like Sorensen too. We will still get frustrated at Xavier Worthy. I don't know if it's going to be an out-of-bounds thing or maybe he drops a pass that he should have caught, but then you will make up for it with a 40-yard deep bomb or running around someone on a jet sweep. Whatever it is, I think Xavier Worthy will be that guy that it's like, wow, he's at best the 4th name on this offense right now that we talk about. It's Rice, it's K9, it's Kelsey, and then it's Xavier Worthy. I think he could move his name up the ladder there.
A lot of people putting Tyquan Thornton's name up there as a Sorensen type.
Hope so.
I just want him to be like a poor man's Sammy Watkins. Use him in that role.
Yeah.
He'd have to be the alien or the lizard, wherever he went by. But, I mean, every once in a while, just see Thornton.
He was the lizard, right?
Yeah, he was the
lizard god.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't
talk to aliens.
Yeah.
Who hasn't? You've been in the garage.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah.
Those THC beverages over the last couple of weekends, man, I'm talking to a lot of aliens.
Aliens exist. But, again, we'll see what happens this year. Coming up on the other side, some drastic changes, and I think there was somebody that got on Twitter yesterday when it came to this announcement here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and she goes, my mom keeps asking me, who do you use for your lawn? We got to get our lawn looking good. I'm like, it's Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. I've told you this a number of times, but here's the link, Aspen Lawn and Pest Control at aspenlawn.com. Go get them, because if they can make our yard look awesome, look at what they can do for your yard. They can take your yard and make it look fantastic, just like they did with us. And ours didn't start in a good spot. It started in an awful spot. Dead grass, weeds, trees, all kinds of just nonsense in our yard. And we're like, I just don't know what we're going to do. So we called Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, and they came out and they made it the best looking lawn on the block. That's because they have college-educated professionals who know about everything when it comes to the climate, the soil, and growing grass right here in Kansas City. And they get the job done right the first time. They came in, boom, our yard looked great right from the start. And now they come out and they take care of our yard, and it looks perfect. I love the folks at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And the mosquito dome keeps out all the bugs, all the fleas, all the ticks this summer, and we can be outside enjoying our outdoor space, and our pets can enjoy it as well. Right now, Aspen's going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Lawman! Jungle Law!
It's the law, man. If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, call me ASAP. 816-816-9111. I've recovered millions for my clients. Take it away.
The lawman gets results. Jungle Law team. Call the lawman. Let the fight begin. The lawman gets results. Jungle Law.
Come see me get roasted August 1st at 7 p.m. at the Uptown Theater. Go to junglelaw.com for details.
The choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisements.
Baseball fans, the MLB season is in full swing, and FanDuel's giving you a chance to call your shot with daily dingers. Joining the action is easy. You just make your free pick on who's hitting a home run in their game. And if you're right, you'll get a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. It's just another reason why FanDuel is the home of home runs. Maybe you want to bet on Junior Caminero to hit another home run, or Kyle Schwarber, two of the guys with the most home runs in all of baseball. If you're ready to play your game, head over to FanDuel.com/local to get started. That's FanDuel.com/local to opt in for daily dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play bowl and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB and 96.5 The Fan. 21 in President, Missouri. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, save more on the brands you trust to deliver on the job. Right now, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 8-amp-hour battery when you buy a DeWalt 10-inch 20-volt max dual-bevel compound miter saw. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances. Save even more on what you need to keep the job moving. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 7/31 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for more details.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax, it only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
This July is America's 250th birthday, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with our 250 for 250 deal. All month long, men who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days earn $250 back. Our founding fathers recognized that to change our circumstances, we must be free. And 250 years later, you still have that freedom. So if you're over 40 and you've been dealing with low energy, low sex drive, you know what it's like not feeling like yourself. You don't have to stay that way. Low T Center is raising the T of America Patriots from C to shining C. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal. Because bringing back that energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Visit FixMyLowT.com to book your free tea test today. That's FixMyLowT.com. Don't miss out on this offer. It ends July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLInjuryLaw.com.
Olathe 35 northbound, slow rolling from Santa Fe, heavy up towards 127th, sluggish up to 119th Street with a stalled off to the right shoulder. Missouri side Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, off again on again slow from 291 south up to Chipman. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Decision Part 4. I don't remember how good the Carter 4 was, but it was decent. Carter 3, probably the top 3 greatest rap albums I've ever heard in my entire life. Shout out Lil Wayne back in the day, for those of you that know. But we referenced LeBron James. Why are we talking about LeBron James? Well, because he's... No, but I think Tracy Wolfson fell for the got him.
No.
Yeah, you remember when your boy fell for that?
Which time?
I was going to say that. Fair.
I mean, just this morning, there's about 3 of them.
Yeah. I fell for one this morning. I saw a thing. It was from like Hoop Leagues. It's a parody account, but the caption just said Netflix is going to charge $2.99 for subtitles.
And I looked at it. I go, you got to be kidding me. Netflix is going to charge for subtitles now. Can't be real.
Nope. It's like Rob Schneider in Home Alone 2. No tip? No, I still have plenty of tip left over. Oh, okay. Yeah, has there ever been an athlete in the world of sports that we have done this with other than LeBron James?
No, I don't think so, right?
I mean, I try to think of baseball. I think we all knew Ohtani was going to the Dodgers. I don't know if you guys are in that same boat, but it just seems the last 5 years, superstar, Dodgers. Right? And LA seemed to be like where he was going to stay, obviously in Anaheim, then goes, to the Dodgers. But LeBron, album 1 was going to Cleveland out of, St. Vincent, St. Mary's, right? The 18-year-old that took the world by storm. And then the second album was I'm taking my talents to South Beach. And then the third album was like the Lakers, where you're like, all right, let's see. Like the Lakers fans are kind of pissed about this. Like Kobe's gone. Now he's going to the Lakers and he wins a bubble ring, which I don't really count. I know it's a ring, whatever, but the Dodgers, they won one in the bubble. The Lakers won one in a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Hunter Dozier got a contract in the bubble. Yeah. So, put that all in the same bubble. And now we're at the point where it's like, all right, this is now either stale or people just don't care. But I would disagree on both fronts. Maybe locally in Kansas City, you don't care, or it's stale to you, but yet it's the number one story in this NBA offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think that Giannis was, and then it created the path for LeBron. And now, like, his landing spot that is the favorite is Miami. And then it's Cleveland. Then it's Philadelphia. And then the last one, I forget which one that is, but I know it's Miami, Cleveland, Philadelphia.
It's amazing how you say the favorites because
Golden State.
Because each week it's changed. Each week, our friend Jimmy Shapiro sends us the odds of all this kind of stuff. And I've seen Miami as the favorite. I've seen Cleveland as the favorite. Yeah. I've seen Philly as the favorite. Again, looking at the betting lines for where the favorites are, that's just where Vegas is trying to get money on all sides of this thing. And so I don't know that any of them truly are the favorite. I think that's just Las Vegas out there trying to figure things out to get money on both sides. And Rich Paul said the other day, I guess it was yesterday, he goes, look, LeBron's got every right to take as much time as he needs to make this decision. And I'm with him on that. We just are so used to the NBA moving so fast. And by the time the 4th of July gets here, everything's done. LeBron hasn't made his decision yet. So it's like different,
The text line brings up a good name.
Yeah, it's the first one I thought of, too. It became pretty obvious. It took me a while to think of it, and they got it quicker than I did yesterday. But, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is what they say, and I think that's absolutely correct.
And he's back to being friends with his mom and dad.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Did you guys see the photos yesterday?
No.
Yeah, he's with mom and dad, hugging and smiling and everything together.
Oh,
he said
so
the caption was like
retiring.
bonding time. It was like another good bonding week or something. So it's really good for him.
Good. That's awesome.
Still no pictures of his wife.
Well, there isn't one.
Yeah, that's just got to not be real.
Do you ever have a fake wife?
Mante Tao did.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll have a real one on Saturday, but no.
Yeah. But no, I just think that, like, when it comes to LeBron, no matter what decision he makes, 70% of people will hate it.
Oh, yeah.
And that might be a low number. because it's like another episode of the same season, right? Like, why did you love Breaking Bad so much? Because every episode was different and it left you on pins and needles and they kind of had you entertained. Whereas LeBron, it's like, okay, you know where you want to go. You know where your ties are. Just pick. We don't need this to drag out. Now, I know the first time he did it, it ended up being like something for like charity for kids that were, in need of like,
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah. So this one to me is the typical like 1-year contract veteran last hurrah. Where do I want to have my swan song? Where obviously probably still has a place in Miami. Definitely still has a place in Cleveland. Wouldn't be hard to find one anywhere else that he goes. But it's like, is he going to ring chase? Is he going to status chase? And I don't think LeBron will ever have like a fair sort of support system when it comes to the outside views of the NBA, if that makes sense. I think no matter where he goes, it'll be shammed. I think no matter where he goes, it'll be scrutinized. Oh, he's going to Philadelphia. Why wouldn't he? They have Jaylen Brown. They have Maxey. They have Joel Embiid. Of course he's going to go there and get a ring. He's going to get a ring. He's going to chase it. He's going to go to Cleveland. Oh, he wants to make it all about him. He's going to go to Miami. Oh, because Giannis is there and Adebayo's there and other guys are there as well. Oh, he's going to go to Golden State. To me, that'd be the best landing spot, in my opinion, if he goes to Golden State. The storylines are there. I don't expect him to win anything. Best friends getting to play with each other at the very end of the season and kind of ride out together. I don't know if Steph's done, but, you got to think Draymond's probably got, 1-2 years left. Steph's knocking on the door of retirement.
I mean, God, Steph's been playing since 2008 in the NBA, right?
But his game is ageless.
I know. Like, we're talking almost 20 years now that Steph Curry's been in the NBA.
How long did Ray Allen play?
Played for a while.
Came out in 98?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, 09-010 was it was his first season.
Yeah. And now he's been in the league 17 years?
17 years.
It's nuts. It's a long time. And it went by in the blink of an eye, right? With LeBron, though, I think wherever he signs, you're right. People are going to be critical of that. And this is one where I'm like, I'm not that interested in rushing this one. I kind of am just cool sitting back and watching this one play out. I think it's obviously, where he is. It wasn't like it was in 2010 where it was the hottest thing going. And then, it was the Lakers after that during the bubble type stuff. And so I think right now I'm just kind of waiting for LeBron. I'm not following it every day. Quite honestly, I had forgotten, that LeBron hasn't made his decision yet. And we'll see, when it does go down. But the Philadelphia thing is very interesting to me. For a guy who really is up in his feels a lot, is Philadelphia the right spot for a guy like LeBron James who may not be as thick-skinned as you need to be to accept the ribbing that's going to go on in Philadelphia? Because the minute he misses a shot, they're going to boo him and tell him he sucks. Can LeBron, and I'm being serious about that, can LeBron handle the Philadelphia fan ripping on him when he's not doing what they expect him to do?
Yeah, I don't know. He's always been a little bit soft in that way. I mean, he's got the most criticism maybe any player has. But yeah, Philly would not let up, even though it's LeBron James. But I think, I don't know. I think that they'd maybe have their expectations set. I think they'd be really excited to have LeBron James, even though he's not going to play every game and he's not going to score 30 points every game like he used to.
Today they'd be excited, but the minute he goes out there and goes 4 of 17 and has
or misses 2 weeks,
or takes time off because load management or something of that nature. You'll hear it. I guarantee you those Philadelphia talk radio lines will be lit up.
I will say, though, they still support Joel Embiid so heavily. Like, they do stick by their guys, their stars, even though what has Joel Embiid done for them? They haven't even made an Eastern Conference Finals.
But he's their guy. He's been there since day one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was drafted by them. He's been there since day one, put in the long hours. LeBron's not their guy.
Did Kawhi not beat him in the Eastern Conference Finals?
It was the round before.
Okay.
And then Kawhi beat Giannis in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still get picture that shot and Joel Embiid's reaction to that shot that hit dink, dink, boom.
That's
and then Joel Embiid just like, I think I'm going to start playing hurt. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just think that, like, the longer, maybe this is a wild take, but the longer we go in sports, we're always going to like the next guy until we realize he's the next guy.
Yes,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like Mahomes, right?
Totally.
We liked Brady in 2001. Patriots win the Super Bowl. Times are very dark in the United States at that moment, right? 9/11's happening. The Patriots win, right? Tom Brady, 6th-round pick. Look what he looked like in his draft combine photo. Terrible.
When do we start hating Tom Brady?
I was going to ask you guys that. When did that begin?
Well, when did Spygate really come to fruition? Like, when did they discover that?
05?
Okay, because it was a couple of years after the first Super Bowl win. And remember, they won the Super Bowl, then they didn't.
07.
Okay, 07. So that's 6 years. So about 6 years is about the shelf life. Yeah, that's about right. LeBron, 6 years in Cleveland. Mahomes probably didn't last the 6 years here in Kansas City where everybody loved him.
Yeah.
Brady went about 6 years before the tide kind of turned on him and had Spygate. If they never cheated and didn't have that Spygate, I think Tom Brady may go down as maybe the most beloved athlete ever. But everybody looks at it and goes, you cheated.
Cheated.
And now, is Tom Brady melting down in front of all of us? Like,
Yes.
what is happening here with Tom Brady? Is he losing his marbles?
No, he's making money.
I mean, it's just
Paul Levesque is going to pay him tons of money. Paul Levesque,
Yeah.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Going to pay him tons of money to present himself at WrestleMania, and he'll be out there for 5 minutes.
I hope our guy Mahomes just drinks beers and hangs out and does his thing.
I
after
hope we never
retirement.
hear from him again after
Yeah,
retirement.
yeah,
like, just go.
I hope he joins the PGA Tour.
Or
something
something
like that.
Dude,
That's
I mean,
fine.
what Tom Brady's doing, does he need a friend?
I know WrestleMania, I know WWE is huge, so much money, but it does feel like he's Tom Brady. It
You're
just
making
feels like-
$350 million from Fox. It's not like you need the scratch.
Well, it's greed. But
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you how it's going to happen. He's going to show up at SummerSlam, and he's going to affect Logan Paul somewhat. I'm telling you right now, I can read the script. He's going to affect Logan Paul somehow at SummerSlam. Then he's going to go to Royal Rumble. He's going to be one of the guys introduced, and he's going to toss Logan Paul over the ropes. And then they're going to square off in WrestleMania.
Will people like it because we all know what's
course.
happening? Okay.
Simpletons are wrestling fans.
No, I
You're
get it.
looking at one. I just want something that's not normal.
Yeah.
Not Brock Lesnar coming out and power slamming
That you've
somebody
seen 17 million
that we
times.
always see.
Gotcha.
But the minute Royal Rumble, 3, 2, 1, Tom Brady walks out, that place will lose its mind.
It's fair.
Joe Montana's looking at that going, damn, I never had to do anything like that. Mahomes is looking at this going, I'm not doing this. Mahomes go play basketball or something.
That'd be sick.
How cool would that be if he was in like the G League?
Oh my gosh, the Big 3 League or whatever.
Yeah,
That would be awesome.
That
Do
would be
the
fun.
3-on-3.
He forms a Texas Tech team.
Please.
Gets that guy down there who funds everything to fund it.
And then Brendan Sorsby's their coach.
Sorsby, Mahomes, and some other guy.
Cliff Kingsbury's their coach.
Yeah, that would be
Yes.
fun. I'd watch that.
I'm in.
One word.
First name is blank, and he goes on a cruise. He goes on a Caribbean cruise.
Katie Holmes.
No. Ah!
Are you listening?
What's your least favorite thing about working with yourself?
Body odor. You get one word.
On the count of 3, name your favorite dinosaur. 1, 2, 3. Velociraptor.
This is one word on Fescoe and Dusty.
1, 2, 3.
Oatmeal raisin.
That's right. It's one word. Brought to you by Maloney's Sand Trap and The Landing. 3 great local spots that have delicious food, cold drinks, TVs everywhere to watch your favorite sports teams, and they all 3 have outdoor patio seating to enjoy the lovely summer nights. Today at Maloney's, sign me up for this, Mac and Bob. Chicken shawarma.
Oh, Maloney's listening to his wife and putting some Greek menu items on there.
Better
Love
believe
it.
it. 6 ounces of sliced chicken rolled in a flour tortilla with tomatoes, shredded lettuce, and garlic sauce. Serve your choice of fries or chips for $13. They also offer the tacos and burritos, $4.50 Mexican beers and margaritas, and for $6 you can make it a double margarita today at Maloney's. It is one word, Mac.
$6 doubles. Woo, it's dangerous. It's fun. Maloney's.
Have
Love
5
it.
of those on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Before 4:30.
Yes. We'll start here. We'll start with some audio. Oklahoma coach Brent Venables had this to say about rookie edge rusher taken in, I believe, the 3rd round for the Kansas City Chiefs, R. Mason Thomas.
That was a great pick. He's gonna fit in tremendously well with Spags' defense. We're very similar in the multiplicity and the ways that you can use R. Mason. He's a fantastic football player. He's incredibly explosive, one of the most explosive players that we've coached. He's got tremendous instincts at rushing the passer, but he's not just a pass rusher. He's a physical guy that plays much bigger than his stature, and he can play the run, set hard edges, but he cares about his teammates. He's a selfless guy. He's going to help build on the wonderful culture that Coach Reed and that staff has already established in Kansas City, but just going to be a great fit. Great humility, great mama. He's the only boy. He's got 4 sisters, and he's a mama's boy, but man, he is a savage on game day.
How about that?
One word?
Yeah.
Canton.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. God, if that doesn't have you excited about a player. I know it's his coach, right? But he didn't. I mean, that was like 3 hours of him opining about this kid, about his whole life, his play on the field, why he's good off the field, what makes him a great player. Like, that was, I mean, that was as good an elevator pitch as you could get for me to draft your player as I've ever heard. Yeah, give me the gold jacket for R. Mason Thomas. Let's go. What if he ends up being the best player in the draft for the Chiefs? There's that possibility.
Absolutely.
I'll say this, Spags. It's not his normal guy. So I'm excited to see what Spags does with a new toy. And you go back to the Dan Sorensen thing, maybe R. Mason Thomas can be that guy. Not going to play every down on defense. But 3rd and 13, all those times we were tired that Karlaftis couldn't get to the quarterback, maybe this is that guy.
Maybe this is,
has that strip sack or has that fumble or, something like that because of his, speed and tenaciousness on the outside. So love that audio.
Yeah, his nickname's the closer. Let's have it come to fruition here in the NFL as well.
And let's not have it become a joke either.
No, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. You're right. From the Big 12 to the SEC, Missouri's Eli Drinkowitz says the Big Ten's non-conference schedule is a big reason for its 3 straight national titles. When you don't play a non-conference A4 game, one word.
Sour grapes. The SEC's in a bad way. I was reading Pat Forty's column this morning about it. Bad quarterback play, overpaying coaches, and then having to buy coaches out. Haven't won a national championship in a couple of years. He was talking about this being a big year for the SEC. And it's funny that Eli Drinkowitz says that and complains about that as the SEC's talking about seceding from college sports, too. Like, you can't sit here and say, well, we play all these games against good teams. That's why we're, not winning national championships, and then threaten to secede and play amongst yourselves for the next umpteen years. The South is seceding, shockingly.
I'd say my one word is missed. Because some of the matchups they have in here, I don't want to see Mizzou, Minnesota. Maybe Mizzou, Nebraska. Make it make sense. Also, I thought Eli Drinkowitz was really bashing Kansas the other day. He said, the best-looking women in Kansas are tourists.
Jeez.
That's funny. That's good.
Missouri's schedule starts out as such.
The best-looking women in Missouri are non-residents, too, Eli. So,
Missouri's first 4 games. AR Pine Bluff, Kansas, Troy, Mississippi State, who was hot ass last year, last in the SEC.
Yeah.
So your first month of your it just falls on deaf ears.
And they did that last year. Remember Ahmad Hardy had all those big games, and then they started playing big teams in the SEC, and what happened to Ahmad Hardy? It just disappeared.
Yeah, and that's a perfect segue. Missouri running back Ahmad Hardy, a consensus All-American last year, medically cleared. Remember this earlier this summer, he had that gunshot wound.
Yeah.
The timeline's still uncertain, but he is medically cleared to play football. One word.
Good. That's all that matters. He's healthy and safe.
Yes.
Yeah, I think potential. I think that's what they need to build their offense around this year. They kind of got away from it last year. I'd love to see him kind of take that next step. The last year's first 4 games, leading college football Division I in rushing yards, or maybe just the SEC, even that is college football. But I'd like to see him continue that throughout the year, and maybe he has one of those big years where he can be a low first-round pick and figure out where he goes. I can think of a team that might take him.
Yeah. One word, this is a good idea, coming from GFed, Internet's stadium tour guide. He's been to 138 of 138 FBS schools, 30 NBA, 30 MLB. Pretty cool. Just do the SEC Big Ten Challenge.
He's also banned from the NFL.
Is he?
Yeah. Which I'd like to know why.
Yeah, I would like to know why as well.
I got banned from the Royals.
You're right, banned from the NFL. His next sentence on his he said, just do the SEC Big Ten Challenge. It'd be so good for both the SEC's brand and financials if they won. Sankey's 2 favorite things. This comes after SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey said, well, no one's created the weekly competition that exists in the SEC. We believe we're the best conference in college football.
Then why haven't you won national championships and been beaten out in the postseason? Like, the regular season doesn't matter, Sank. I hate to be this guy, but nobody cares about your regular season anymore. This is the SEC now trying to hold on to the past. Old Sank out there is trying to raise the banner for the SEC. The South will rise again! Yeah, I don't think so. The Big Ten is going to continue to dominate. I don't know that we'll never see an SEC title in our lifetime.
Goodness.
I mean, I just don't.
That's hilarious. The Big Ten's won 3 in a row.
Yeah. And he's out here saying nobody's better than the SEC.
Prior to that, the SEC won 4 in a row. And they would win 5 out of the last 6, 6 out of the last 8. As Alabama, Clemson, obviously, in those years. Then LSU, Alabama, Georgia, then Michigan, Ohio State,
so
Indiana.
no Big Ten for 8 years.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's so long ago. I'm just looking at the recent vintage. I don't care what happened in the early 2000s, but the last 3 years, the Big Ten has won the championships. The SEC right now, look, man, they're fighting. They're fighting for everything right now, trying to not complain, but try to tell everybody that they're still the best league out there. They need a national championship this year. Imagine going a whole graduating class without an SEC team winning a national championship. Not that anybody stays 4 years, but if the Big Ten wins another one, there will not be one player in the SEC that's ever seen the SEC win a national championship.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. One word on that, dominant. I think SEC's back this year. I know that Oregon's good, Ohio State's good, Indiana's going to be good. But again, like, I'm never not going to think that Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, Georgia, Oklahoma, teams like that, I would give you the field if you gave me the SEC for the national championship.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, loser shaves their head.
I'm not shaving my head, but a simple lunch bet or something like that. Yeah, I'll take you take the SEC and I'll take the field.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write that down. Make sure we remember that really quick. The Royals do have 3 prospects in the top 10 hottest prospects of the month. Churio comes in at 1, Josh Hammond number 2, Blake Mitchell at number 8 in the top 10 hottest MLB prospects through mid-July. One word.
Yeah, trade guys at your veteran level to make those guys have more support when they come up here to the big league level.
So trade the vets, not the farm.
That's right.
My one word would be promising. You know, the guy that sits next to me says the minor league field has been weak as of late. This shows that there's strength coming. Hammond is going to be decent. Churio's showing promise, right? What was it, 10 strikeouts the other day in 5 innings, throws at 98 mile per hour gas, has a bender that can break anybody's knees from 18 to 35, I believe. And Blake Mitchell, that's the one guy you trade in your minor league system.
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy you package with a Vinny or a Garcia because he's a catcher. Sal's not going anywhere for the next year and a half, and Carter Jensen's the next guy behind the plate. So what does that mean? And Jack's going to play first. If they don't trade Vinny, he's going to be there. Jack's going to play right. So, yeah. Potential would be my one word there on one word, which is brought to you by Maloney's, the Sand Trap, and the Landing. 3 great local spots have delicious food, cold drinks, and TVs galore to watch your favorite sports teams. They all 3 have outdoor patio seating to enjoy the lovely summer nights. And today at Maloney's, you can get the chicken shawarma, 6-ounce sliced chicken rolled in flour tortilla with tomatoes, lettuce, and garlic sauce. Served with your choice of fries or chips for just $13. Plus, they offer the taco and the burritos, $4.50 margaritas, and Mexican beers, and $6 double margaritas. All that today at Maloney's. Coming up next, who will break out this season as a team, in your opinion? 913-586-7965. Bob and Matt give their opinion as well as I will here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
Terry Hardy's is closed.
Well, that's dog.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you look outside today, you're thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to be hot out there. I'm going to stay inside and keep myself cool with all of this air conditioning. Well, if you don't have good windows, all that air conditioning is going to go outside. Your energy bills are going to rise, and you're never going to cool off the inside. That's why you need to see my friends over at Window World, because at Window World, they have the best replacement windows in the history of mankind. We have over 30 replacement windows from Window World in our home today, and we absolutely love them because Window World windows are one of the 2 windows with the Good Housekeeping seal of approval, and they're the official windows of the Kansas City Chiefs as well. Window World uses a double-strength glass that gives it a strength not commonly used in replacement windows. They'll even stand on those windows for you to show you how durable they are. So if you're looking to get your replacement windows, it's time for you to call my friends over at Window World. Get a free in-home estimate scheduled today at 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. That's 1-800-GET-WINDOWS or at windowskansascity.com. 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. It's Window World.
Conservative, family man, author of The Bald Plan to Reduce Property Taxes. Listen to Scott Schwab.
Property taxes are killing Kansans, but one day it hit me. BALD.
BALD stands for Better Affordable Living by Decreasing Property Taxes. And it's the only detailed plan. Schwab's Bold Plan means voter approval for property tax hikes, refunds for unfair assessments, and tax relief for seniors and working families. Listen to Scott Schwab.
I'm focused on reducing taxes for Kansans. You should keep more. My Bold Plan makes sure of it. When I'm governor, we'll get it done.
Finally, a governor with a good head on his shoulders. Author of the Bold Plan to decrease property taxes, conservative Republican Scott Schwab for governor. Visit scottschwab.com/bald to learn more. Paid for by Schwab for Governor, Jim Felter, Treasurer.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you washed that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. Ah, no, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever, now with odor-fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And all it takes is a few clicks. We make buying metal online easy so you can spend less time shopping and more time getting things done. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience stores for metal. Place an order online today at metalsupermarkets.com.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Olathe 35 northbound, slow rolling from Santa Fe, heavy up towards 127th, sluggish up to 119th Street with a stalled off to the right shoulder. Missouri side Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, off again on again slow from 291 south up to Chipman. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
All right. So this topic kind of steams from yesterday when I told you guys I think Ashton Genty will break out this season. I gave my reasonings. Kirk Cousins is going to be the quarterback for the Raiders to start the season. If, in fact, he can't go throughout the season, they're going to give it over to Mendoza.
It's funny you say that. As you said that, the odds, the over-unders, I should say, for production for running backs just got dumped in my inbox. And you say have a breakout year. They have Genty listed at 999.5 rushing yards as the over-under.
I'll take the over.
What? That's it? He basically had that last season. Over.
375.5 receiving yards.
Oh, okay. So big receiving year for him. Okay.
Yeah, they got him at 56.5 receptions, which means probably with Kirk Cousins, a lot of dump-offs is what they're thinking.
Yep.
In that scenario, Bijan Robinson, 1150 for him. Devon A-Chain, 1,000.5. Derrick Henry, 1,225.5. Gibbs, 1150. James Cook, 1,200. So Genty, yeah, he's kind of up there with some of the best. And at 999.5, they got him under 1,000 yards. Over 1,000's a good season now in the NFL, man. Couple that with almost 400 receiving yards. That's a good year.
Last year, Genty had 975 yards rushing on 266 attempts, and he had 55 receptions and 346 yards.
Wow, those numbers are pretty damn.
Yeah. For the Raiders,
Yeah.
it's pretty solid.
10 total.
No, I meant this year's to last year's numbers that Dusty just read. They're very similar. Yeah,
10 total touchdowns for Genty as well.
They got him at 7.5 rushing touchdowns. Yeah.
There you go. But now the question moves on to, is there a team that you think has a breakout year this year? Like what team out there that maybe is in the past looked at as like, no chance? Like, I don't think anybody here is picking the Jets, the Cardinals, or the Browns. I'm not saying any of those teams have breakout years.
Can I say the Chiefs?
No.
At 6-11?
Yeah, but
from a year ago. Giants have a breakout year.
Okay.
This is your new coach, reading a lot of the stuff and what the players are saying. Brian Burns a few days ago is like, it's completely different. When you hear players talk about finally seeing the light almost, like they finally have that coach that they can believe in and go to war for and go to battle for and believe in again, as I keep saying, because it matters. The comments that are coming out of New York are like they're having an epiphany of like, oh my God, this is what a real coach looks like. So I think the Giants are going to have a kind of a breakout year.
Yeah, especially with their running back doing backflips.
He's going to flee. I'm not worried about him. But the quarterback going to be good this year, I think. He's got some weapons around him right now. So let's see what happens. I think the Giants got a good chance.
What is Malik Neighbors'
good question. Yeah,
that's my only worry.
Yeah.
He needs to be there.
He does, yeah.
And then you had, before he was let go, Ryan Clark saying that Isaiah Likely can be like a young Travis Kelce for that offense.
Yeah. I know. It's high praise.
Interesting. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Let's go.
Not only that, I'm going to take Tennessee to win the South.
Woo!
I think I did that last year.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Because Jacksonville feels like the team that benefited off a weaker schedule, and they may dissipate.
I think that Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen were cute last year, but I don't think they'll ever be sexy. I just don't believe that. I think that Trevor Lawrence is good. I just don't think he's great. I think that obviously you look at other teams in the South, Jacksonville, Carolina, you look at the Houston Texans. I think that defense is good. I don't trust C.J. Stroud. I just don't. Like, I understand that he spent this offseason, and I think maybe he got a new haircut. Quarterbacks tend to do that. But, like, I just don't trust that. I don't know if his offense is going to be there. I know Nico Collins is a stud wide receiver. Tank Dell should be back this year.
Yeah. He looks really good in those workout videos. Really excited to see him.
And so we'll see how that works out.
He does, yeah.
He really does.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like that knee injury was so bad.
Right. But a year off, coming back, C.J. Stroud looked horrible last year. And I think with the pressure that they put on him in Houston to just not screw up tends me to believe he's going to screw up. And I know his rookie year was amazing. It was good.
Incredible.
Until what's-his-face from Washington came in and said, hold my beer, I'm going to do it even better and go to the NFC Championship game. But I think that Tennessee with Cam Ward, Cal Ridley's still there. They drafted a receiver in the draft this year.
Carnell Tate.
They've got Tony Pollard, who I think can be okay at running back. And I just think that Cam Ward's got more in the tank and a second-year starter than we're going to see that we potentially saw last year in a first-year starter. They know what their team is now, and that division is weak. I understand Houston is good. Their defense is great, but their offense is what I worry about. I have more belief in Cam Ward this year than I do C.J. Stroud.
So you're out on C.J. Stroud.
I am out on C.J. Stroud.
Because we did this last week.
21st.
Guys you're in, out. Guys you're out on. And C.J. Stroud was one of them. We were all, I think, in. But that's okay. All right, you're out.
I'm still in on C.J. Stroud.
Me too.
Especially, getting full complement of guys back. Some breaking news for folks who are following what's going to happen at ESPN today. Karl Ravech has now been fired.
What?
Yeah.
Didn't you just have him on the show?
Had him on last week.
Karl Ravech, one of the most prominent voices at ESPN for more than 3 decades, is expected to be let go by the network on Tuesday as part of the company layoffs. The Athletic has learned, according to Andrew Marchand of The Athletic.
Damn.
Wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Well, when you give somebody $60 million, you don't have money to pay other people.
Yeah, that'll be a topic that we'll have to bring up.
It's going to be, but
Stephen A. makes $60 million. Pat McAfee makes $60 million. All you others get bent.
I mean, but those are the guys who bring in the money too. Guys get paid based on what they bring in, and Pat McAfee brings in the sponsors. Stephen A. Smith brings in the sponsors.
Yeah. No, yes, we know this. Yeah, ratings and revenue. Yep, we get it. 100%.
And really, it's not even about ratings anymore. It's about the revenue.
Yep.
The revenue that you bring in. And Pat McAfee and Stephen A. Smith bring in revenue. Carl Ravitch is doing Sunday Night Baseball. That doesn't exist much anymore on ESPN, as we know, right? That's a tough one. That's a big one for ESPN. Everybody looks at the Ryan Clark one and is like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He, kind of went off on Peter Schrager and kind of, his Q rating dropped after that, never really recovered. Carl Ravitch, man, that's a big one.
That is a big one. Did not expect that today.
Yeah, that's a blindsider right there.
That is, man.
So they're going to get rid of some big names, it looks like, at ESPN.
Now we know why Linda Cohn retired.
Yeah.
I don't think, I will say C.J. Stroud was bad last year. I don't think he was terrible. I do think we get, I think it's similar to Mahomes, like 5,000, and then he throws for whatever yards, and it's
what
like
were his numbers last year?
A little over 3,000, and he had a 2-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. It's not great. It's maybe even not even good.
QBR?
92.
Okay.
Almost 93.
Completion
better
percentage?
than 2024. 64. He completes 63 or 64% of his passes every year. Yeah, he's league average. It wasn't terrible. It was not good. I'm with you. Improvement needs to happen. We also know what they did to the offensive line. They've now re-added that with the tackle. So I'm still going to go in on C.J. Stroud, but I will say that's
a good point by you. That offensive line stuff
we remember
last
what they
year.
did. Yeah. And I think the South is better than maybe we're giving credit for, because I think the Colts, we didn't even bring them up. They were pretty solid last year.
Boy, they fell off.
They fell off.
Once Daniel Jones went down, obviously your quarterback goes down. But they fell off big time in a big way.
His health's a part of it. But I am in on Tennessee. Not on winning the South this year, but I'm with you on Tennessee. They are going to be awesome.
The South is very interesting, quite honestly. All 4 of those teams could win that division.
Yeah. That division kind of went to poo-poo to kind of like, okay, this is some solid teams.
Or it's going to be a bunch
players.
of 8-8 teams.
We'll see.
7-9 gets in the playoffs.
What divisions are more similar with the narrative? The AFC South and the NFC South, or the AFC North and the NFC North?
That's the South, because I think the AFC North is a lot of unknowns right now, where the NFC North is like dominating.
That's fair. That's fair. I would agree. I just still think the AFC South's better.
Anybody can win the AFC South and the NFC South.
Absolutely,
this year, right?
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Carolina, the Saints, the Falcons, and whoever else I'm forgetting in the NFC
Tampa.
South. Tampa.
Yeah.
Any of those teams could win that South, and you wouldn't be surprised. Same with the AFC South. Maybe Tennessee would be a surprise.
And they're probably the two divisions we really don't
Yeah.
care about, right? The NFC South and the AFC South are kind of those two divisions that you look at and you go, eh.
Better year, Michael Penix or Tyler Shuck?
Shuck.
You're in on Shuck.
I like Shuck a lot. Yep. Michael Penix, I have a bunch of question marks
I'm
on.
going to go with Penix. I'm still supporting him.
Yeah, I'm not fully out on Penix. You know me, I'm patient.
New
I'm going to
coach, too.
Yeah, new coach. Yeah, absolutely.
And an offensive coach, allegedly, Stefanski, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? I say allegedly because you can't really judge somebody on Cleveland, As you were the head coach of the Browns, you get a free pass. Oh, the Jets, too. You get Cardinals, you get a free pass.
Yeah, I can do my breakout team later on in the show because I think some fans will be upset.
Great question from the 816. Who in the blue hell is going to announce the Little League World Series coming soon? Good question.
Yeah,
I don't know. But
great
coming up
question.
next, probably.
Oh, no.
Coming up next, we get into Bob's Bonehead of the Week on a Tuesday here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Bob Fescoe.
I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
And Dusty Likens.
He's a hoe, and I want that known.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, as we get closer and closer to watching my kids graduate from high school, I see a lot of kids ahead of them start to graduate and go, what should I be doing? I don't know, man. What's the right career path for me? Well, a great career path for you could be working with my friends over at the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2, because they've got an apprenticeship program that is outstanding. Once accepted, first-year apprentices will begin earning $30 an hour, receive the same premium health coverage, and begin earning credit toward a full pension payable with 30 years of service and at the age of 55. Our apprentices attend daytime classroom training for 5 weeks each year, during which they receive a stipend in place of their normal wage. This ensures our members can fully focus on mastering their trade while continuing to provide for themselves and their families. All apprenticeship training and continuing education is provided at no cost to the members. Now, that sounds like a great career opportunity with the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2. And you think about what they do. They do so much around Kansas City, from HVAC to some of the great stuff that you see on the top of Bartle Hall and the Kaufman Performing Arts Center. So if you're looking for that perfect career, the Sheet Metal Workers Local Number 2 are you. They're an old union with new perspective on business. Learn more at sheetmetal2.org.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $5,000 towards new garage doors, openers, or front entry doors of their choice. Deadline to enter is the end of the month to win the $5,000 sweepstakes with Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. Enter now at overheaddoorkc.com. You can't win if you don't enter at overheaddoorkc.com.
Look who has extra pep in their step.
Well, I just finished my to-do list. Gas tank is full, tonight's dinner plans are set, grocery shopping is complete, and I even got everything for those barbecues and pool parties we have planned. You know what's even better?
What?
Every one of those stops gets me a bit of money back.
How are you doing that?
By using Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app where I earn cash back on gas, groceries, and dining out. They even gave me a cashback bonus on my first grocery trip.
So that extra pep comes from all that cash back. Looks like I need to download Upside.
You really do.
Earn cash back on errands and everyday essentials. Download Upside and use promo code SNAP5 to earn an extra $5 cash back on your first purchase at one of over 100,000 available locations. That's promo code SNAP5 for an extra $5 cash back. Remember, use promo code SNAP5.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Rob Sight Ford, KC's Ford volume leader and top rated on Google. 135th and State Line. Rob Sight Ford, your 2025 Ford volume leader. Top rated on Google with 4.8 stars and 3,000 plus reviews. The best selection, best prices, and Kansas City's best customer service. Visit Rob Sight Ford at 135th and State Line. Buy right, save big, and drive home a winner. Only at Rob Sight Ford.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Kansas side, 35 southbound heavy approaching the 7 highway exit with a stall at the end of the exit ramp. Northbound slow in the area with earlier problems. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident, call Jay's Southland Tow Service. 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all, so be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
This is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station. Welcome into Fescoe and Dusty.
I mean, come on, guys. What are we doing here?
A show that, analytically, exists between 6 and 10 weekday mornings on Kansas City's only FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, buddy.
Live from the studios that brought you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Here's Bob Fescoe and Dusty Likens.
Before we get into Bob's Boneheads of the Week, I saw this funny story during the break. Michael Jordan says that Byron Scott once, quote, MJ says, "B. Scott, what's going on? I hear that you're not playing tonight." He said, "Who's guarding me?" Scott said, "Anthony Peeler." Michael Jordan responded and said, 50. Michael Jordan ended up with 54 points.
Badass.
That's Mahomes right there, right?
Yeah. You're not playing tonight, Scott? Nah, man. Who's guarding me? Anthony Peeler. Mizzou, great. Okay, I'll have 54 points. Damn. Just to be like that great.
That's what that is, though, Dusty. You're right about it. That's just a different world. Just to be that great one night.
Amazing.
I can hear Mac right now going, he wouldn't have done that if they allowed double teams.
No, I respect him, Jay, but they probably wouldn't have, yeah.
Yeah, true. All right.
Do you like it? I keep the one-on-one, man. Like, make it more of a one-on-one game. I kind of like
Who would
that.
benefit the most in today's game one-on-one?
Who would what?
Who would benefit the most today in the NBA with one-on-one? Luka? Wemby?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, you
double
can't
crash.
That's true.
Giannis.
I mean, Wemby would own the game.
Anthony
Maybe we
Edwards.
shouldn't-
Joker.
Yep. Joker.
Everybody that's a stud.
Yeah, every one of these stars would be averaging over 30 for sure.
You know what though? Then the common theme of the low hanging fruit. So individual game. It's not a team sport.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't want to watch ISO ball. Yeah. I've never heard that. Keep it one-on-one. That kind of that makes sense.
Why not?
It was fun.
It was. Yeah, it was fun.
Only allow double teams in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Illegal defense,
Or playoffs or
constantly
something.
getting called.
How long ago do they allow the zone?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Was it like
The zone-
98?
Yeah, it was like end of his career, I think.
It was like when Shaq was in his prime with the Lakers. They're like, oh, yeah, I think you can play zone now. It's like, oh, this benefits the
I
Lakers.
don't know that they were playing zone when I was covering the Spurs in 99 and 2000.
Yeah, you were correct. 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
That's the very
I
next
was gonna
year.
say,
Yep.
because I remember a lot of illegal defense calls.
Yeah. And then that's when they were like, all right, we'll bring back the zone, but we'll add a defensive 3-second rule so you can't just stand in the paint sort of thing. Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Bonehead of the week time.
Bob's Boneheads.
You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Greg Sankey is my bonehead of the week. First and
BBL
foremost.
Sankey?
BBL Sankey.
BBL Stinky.
Yeah, that is really good. This guy thinks he runs college football like Scott Boras thinks he runs Major League Baseball.
that's
Okay, neither of you are
Good
in
comp.
charge of what's going on. And for Greg Sankey to say out there that they don't like what Congress has come up with, who does obviously. But he says if they don't change some things and basically acquiesce to all of our demands, we're not going to sign this, and we will break away and form our own league, if you will, away from the NCAA. Ask Robert E. Lee how that went when you guys broke away back in the 1800s. How'd that work out for you, South? Look in the history books and realize that when you break away from a greater organization, you're not going to be better than that organization. That organization, the NCAA, has a lot of warts and a lot of things that need to be fixed, and we all know that. But it's better if everybody works together to fix this for the greater good of college sports, as opposed to everybody being in their own individual silos. The SEC, the Big Ten, the ACC, the Big 12, whatever the Pac-12 is, everybody wants to do their own thing. And instead of looking at each other and saying, we're stronger as a group of five than we would be if we all went our individual ways. And if you did go your individual ways and did your own thing, how exciting would the SEC be with just 16 teams playing each other in a round robin all year long? It would not be great.
It'd be boring.
Now, the non-conference schedule needs to be improved. Obviously, we've talked about that, but that's why you work together. And your non-conference games become games against the Big 12, the Big 10, the ACC, whatever the Pac-12 is again. And you try to do, those type of things. And you work together. Threatening to break away from the NCAA is dumb. It's not going to work for the SEC. It will get stale very, very fast. And all of these commissioners and leagues need to understand that, yeah, the SEC may generate more money and the Big 10 may generate more money, but together, everyone accomplishes more. The word team, right? Together, everyone accomplishes more. Get all together, pool all your rights, create massive TV deals, use the conferences as maybe divisions if you want, but play everybody, just like the NFL and the NBA and Major League Baseball and hockey. We play everybody and do all that kind of stuff. You don't hear the AFC West going, we've been dominating, we're breaking away, screw the rest of this league. And that's what the SEC is trying to say. A league that hasn't won a championship in 3 consecutive seasons is acting like they own things in college sports. And yeah, they have a leg up and they've got great teams and all of that kind of stuff. But if they were to break away and go on by their own, I think they'd be totally irrelevant after a while.
We just can't have nice things.
Why is that?
Yeah, everybody has to change everything. Like it gets so good, and then it's like,
Oh, yeah.
let's tinker with it. Let's not.
Yeah, right. Like college football's in a really good spot
Let's
right
go
now.
to a 40 playoff team system. No.
And then you saw the World Cup wants to go to 64 or something, and have
just let it be.
You know, and they're like, there's no place on earth that could even support base camps if we do something like that.
Seriously?
And Alexei Lalas is like, I got a place that could do that. You know, like the World Cup would have to be over here all the time.
Every time.
Will you do me a favor and go to my Twitter profile and find out why this guy wasn't your bonehead of the week? Quote, they move faster than you think. So this is a story. The 65-year-old man was flipped 8 feet in the air by a bison this month.
I saw that guy.
National Park.
Yeah.
He got so close to take a picture.
Yeah, well, look at him,
and
too.
now you're going to play victim that you think that it attacked you? The way it flips in the air, I thought it was AI.
Yeah, I did too. I originally did. And then they had all the other
He
people
goes
being
up there
flipped
and
in the
takes a
air.
picture.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't know they moved that fast.
I mean, he looks like a member of ZZ Top. I'm not
He
surprised,
does.
you know.
I will say, he was farther than most people.
You way too close.
I was just saying.
I lived there for a long time. That is a regular distance. People get way closer and get destroyed. I was surprised. You don't see a
Does
bison
this happen
get up.
a lot?
Oh, every summer.
Okay.
Every summer. And usually it's people going up to pet them or feed them.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So that guy's across the street. That guy, yeah, that's tough, though.
Stay in your car.
Seriously, stay in your car, man, because they'll flip your car, too. You can at least drive away. People bringing up Live Golf, perfect example of this as well.
Yeah, right, yeah.
You go away, didn't work out.
It did not work out. No,
Yes.
that's a great example. Yeah, everybody who said Live Golf is going to work, going to throw some money at it, and for 5 minutes it worked, and then everybody realized, we made a mistake. Can we come back?
And their selling point was you can wear shorts and listen to music.
Right.
And play 54 holes.
And a lot of cash up front. But
For
yeah.
sure.
Money.
But there's going to be a lot of money in it, man. And then that's what the SEC has to realize. You can go off and do your own thing, man, but everybody's going to forget about you, and people are going to move on, and nobody's going to want to play you. And how are you going to determine a national champion if you go off by yourself? You know, oh, we're the SEC champs. Nobody cares about that because everybody else is playing everybody else.
How many Pac-12 teams can you name?
Pac-12, I got Boise State. I got Oregon State.
Nice.
I got Washington State.
Nice.
And that's where I end my list.
I was going to say, could you name more than 3? Okay. Yeah, they got 9. I couldn't have.
I mean, let me think. Colorado State, I think, is in there right now.
Yep, Colorado State.
Utah State?
Utah State.
Okay. Is Wyoming in there now?
Nope, they're still in the mountain.
Okay.
You got Texas State.
Anything state.
Texas State. You got Gonzaga.
State.
Gonzaga,
State,
sorry.
Yeah.
And I think that was all 9. Yeah, Washington State, Utah
Gonzaga
State.
doesn't even have football.
Yeah, they're non-football.
I saw somebody made the case that the Big 12 should just absorb those teams.
Become the Big,
and then
Big 22.
Kick out Cincinnati and West Virginia and send them to like the ACC and maybe that Florida school that hangs out.
Yes.
You know, maybe do it that way.
Geographically, it would make
Put
sense.
West Virginia in the mountain.
But also, too, though, like I don't need to have not Oregon State, but like, no offense, Boise State or Texas State. Like, you're not a Power 5 school. You're just not. We have to stop pushing that narrative that certain schools are Power 5 schools when they're not.
We always remember Ryan Clark.
Let's just think about the seasons Joe Burrow has actually finished. In 2 of those seasons, you go to the AFC championships. In one of those seasons, you advance. And then you look at last year, and he's the best quarterback in the world, and it's not a conversation. I was talking this offseason to a lot of defensive coaches, and I was talking to a defensive coach, and he talked to me about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Patrick Mahomes. And he says to me, he was like, bro, he's like, those dudes just know how to make something out of nothing. But the reason he thought Joe Burrow was the best was, he said, but Joe Burrow never misses the something. There's something to be said for a dude that knows how to put the football where it's supposed to go.
He said, look at the seasons he's finished. So the 2.
The 2, yeah.
I thought that was great.
ESPN Cleveland is reporting this morning. Someone texted that Riz guy who yells all the time, Mike Rizzo or whatever his name is, Nick Rizzo or whatever that guy is in Cleveland. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Rizzo. Someone texted his phone that they're hearing it's 99.9% sure that LeBron comes back to Cleveland. So we'll see if that's going to be, the way to do things. Again, that's just a source for ESPN Cleveland. We'll see if that, they said Source says LeBron will be a Cleveland Cavalier by Saturday.
So we switched from sports to Hollywood. No, it's not Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. It's, well, a pretty well-known actor that I think has fallen off, and we talk about that with athletes as well here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Jack Caglione, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Weekday mornings starting at 6 right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, man, when your joint hurts every single day, your knees hurt every single day, and you've been told you need surgery, it can feel like there's only one option, but you got to do your homework. Remember, once a joint is replaced, there's no going back. And that's why before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from my friends over at QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation that you have to have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Kansas City. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that is actually causing the pain. And that's why it makes sense to explore every option before making a decision that can change your life. Don't just accept surgery as your only choice. Call QC Kinetics for a second opinion right now. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. Off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Fanatics Sportsbook makes being a sports fan more rewarding every single day. When you bet with Fanatics, you earn up to 10% fan cash on your bets, whether you win or lose. Fan cash is Fanatics' exclusive loyalty currency, and it's not just points, because every dollar of fan cash is a dollar you can spend on anything at Fanatics, like your favorite team gear on Fanatics.com, profit boosts and bonus bets on Fanatics Sportsbook, or on tickets, collectibles, and so much more. That's what makes Fanatics Sportsbook the most rewarding place to be a fan, no matter your game. So download Fanatics Sportsbook now and start stacking up fan cash all playoffs long to spend on the stuff you love the most. Fanatics Sportsbook. Winning hits different here. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MyReset. CT call 888-789-7777. MA call 800-327-5050. NY call 877-8-HOPE-NY. MD visit mdgamblinghelp.org. Offer not available in all states. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app.
Hey, it's Brew, and I feel like everything in my life depends on being connected. Whether I'm uploading a video, hopping on a call before my show, or video chatting with my family back in Michigan, I never have to think about my Wi-Fi. And that's why Xfinity stands out. You get the most reliable, fiber-powered Wi-Fi with the best equipment at one price for 5 years guaranteed. No contracts or commitments. Plus, you can get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber or coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity. Imagine that.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
When you've got real work to do, Metal Supermarkets will help you get it done fast. With a huge variety of metals in stock, we can help no matter what job comes your way. And we cut to size. Because just like taxes and BS, we think metal is better when cut. Metal Supermarkets, the convenient stores for metal. Find a store or shop online at metalsupermarkets.com.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
At Farmers, our honesty is contagious.
Wait, am I going to catch honesty?
Well, when you're with Farmers, it's kind of inevitable.
Well, how long does it take to... I lied to you when you asked if I knew what a deductible was. I don't know my dad's birthday, and I thought umbrella policies were for rainstorms. Actual rainstorms. I have it, don't I?
You don't just have honesty.
You have Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Learn more at farmers.com. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or Affiliate. Products not available in every state.
It's the Lawman, 3-time DUI award-winning attorney in Kansas City. You wanted results? Here you go. First-degree murder charge, dismissed. Felony DUI, dismissed. Felony to misdemeanor, multiple. Felony jury trial, not guilty. Call the Lawman, 816-816-9111. Take it away.
The Lawman gets results of the law. Call the Lawman. Let the fight begin.
Voted by Pitch and Casey Magazine, the choice of a lawyer shouldn't be based on advertisement.
Hey, it's Seth Lugo, and this is your home for Royals Baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side, Grandview area, 150 highway westbound. Very heavy as you make your way from 49 out towards Bolts with an accident reporting. Past that, things look okay to the state line. Grandview Triangle, where 70 westbound heavy, getting onto 435 stays sluggish. Typical slowdowns from there to the state line. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
All right. Fair warning to myself. I feel like I'm going to be considered a hater in this topic. But I feel like throughout time, because we talked about this earlier with athletes, like we either like start to begin to sports hate athletes over time after success, or we hate teams that consistently win. You look at the Chiefs for years, people hated him. They loved Mahomes when he first came in the league. He did all this stuff. Maybe you can challenge Tom Brady. Then he wins 3 Super Bowls, goes to 5, wins a couple of MVPs, and then everybody's out on Patrick Mahomes. But as I was watching the World Cup and noticing Will Ferrell, I feel like I'm out on Will Ferrell. And I feel like I have been for quite some time. And I think, I don't know, maybe his last funny movie was Step Brothers. And even that was kind of like a stretch for me. Like, I thought it was good, but I got tired of it as the movie went on. And like, I feel like the Will Ferrell shtick to me isn't that funny anymore. Like, he's in this new movie, like this new Netflix thing. What's his name? Like Tank?
He's Hawk.
Hawk. It's not funny.
I haven't watched it yet.
And he's just carrying that persona throughout. Like, I know he did some stuff at a golf tournament, probably to get some B-roll or whatever it is. And then during the World Cup, he's promoting his own thing, which I'm not mad about that. But, like, I think the Will Ferrell drop-off has been steep for quite some time. I didn't think the other guys was funny. We started watching it during vacation. I went outside. I was just like, this doesn't do it for me.
Damn.
Or Tough Guys, whatever it's called. But, like, you know, Anchorman, Elf, Talladega Nights, Old School, the one I just mentioned, Step Brothers, great movies. 10 years ago. I don't need the continuation of Will Ferrell. And I was trying to think of like athletes that are in that. Maybe Aaron Rodgers is a name that's similar to that. Or maybe LeBron James is that athlete that comes to mind when it's like, you know what? 18, coming out of high school, going to the league, playing for Cleveland. Then he goes to Miami, and then it's like, okay, well, after he won the title in Cleveland, I was out. Since then, I'm like, all right, Lakers, that was kind of a whatever. Now we're doing this whole waiting game of where he's going to go. But, like, I don't know, there's other actors out there that you've also had that sort of, I don't know, feeling towards. But Will Ferrell, you have to understand, I'm 38, almost 39. he was like that part of that next wave of Saturday Night Live where people always say, oh, this one's not as funny as the one in the past when they had Sandler and Farley and Spade and all these guys. And everyone said with that group, oh, these guys aren't Aykroyd and, Murray and all these guys. And then you finally go back and realize, like, I still think the thinker, the stinker, when he's getting the portrait painted, like the best of Will Ferrell in Saturday Night Live is hilarious. Came out 20 plus years ago. And I don't know if there's an athlete out there that kind of gives you that same feeling. And I kind of think it's maybe LeBron and Aaron Rodgers that kind of have that. Like, it's just kind of drawn on where it's like the same buzz isn't there. And if you try to watch Hawk, it's cringe, man. Like, you're just like, why are you still doing this? Like, go maybe be a writer. Go maybe be somebody that can give some insight for something. I don't need to see you be the guy anymore.
Well, he is doing that. And that's where I see the second phase of this Will Ferrell career. He was a great actor. His biggest problem, I think, of what a lot of athletes have, they hit the scene running. And then everybody expects greatness every single time. And I'm just speaking from myself.
Like, is Kevin Hart there?
Anchorman is one of my favorite movies of all time, right? I was watching it the other day. And I wanted everything after Anchorman to be as good or better than Anchorman because of how good that was. And it doesn't happen that way, right? Like, Will Ferrell had a bunch of top hits, right? And then eventually he's now transitioned more into the other side of things, like when a player goes from a player to a manager. And the ones that I'm going to use are like a Frank Robinson and a Joe Torre. Great players. Frank Robinson, Hall of Fame baseball player and Hall of Fame manager as well. Joe Torre, I don't think was a Hall of Fame player, but very good baseball player and a Hall of Fame manager. And they dominated in that second half of the career. And that's where I think Will Ferrell is. He's leapt over now into the managerial side of things, the producing side of things. He is responsible for Dead to Me, Succession, Drunk History. Those are all Will Ferrell productions. But all three are shows that are very, very popular. And so I think Will Ferrell has done an amazing job of taking his talents, if you will, as we're talking LeBron too, and transitioning them to the other side and creating great shows and putting out great, series for people, giving people the opportunity to act in unbelievable, situations. Succession, I've heard for years, is one of the great shows. We watch Dead to Me. Drunk History is funny.
Drunk History is great.
Those are all Will Ferrell productions. And so I think what he's done is he's reinvented himself in an unbelievable way, still does the cameos here or there, but I don't think we can ask him to do Anchorman and stuff like that. That would be like asking Patrick Mahomes to play like it was 2018 all over again, or take your greatest athlete who's you're watching in the twilight of their career and go, man, can you go back 10 years and play as good as you were then? So I think Will Ferrell's done a great job of riding that career arc and reinventing himself of who he is.
Yeah, the fastball may have gone as far as being the star in the movie.
Right.
But yeah, he's been able to transition and do other things. I'll have to watch The Hawk. I've heard some good things. I know, Dusty, you said you didn't like it, but I'll have to give it a shot. I mean, I like when he sticks in a character. He does that with Ron Burgundy. He'll just show up as Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
He's now doing that as the Hawk. I may also, I just listened to him on a podcast with Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler's podcast, Good Hang. They had each other on. So I just listened to him talk for an hour and a half, and he's very lovable, very likable. Yeah. It was very funny just as being in a conversationalist sort of way. So
I mean, it's hard to have a top movie every single time you release something, you know?
Especially when you get into your 50s, and he's now getting into his 60s here in the next couple of years.
Is he that old already?
He's 59.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is he pushing 60
he's
already?
Getting ready.
But you think about it, like Saturday Night Live and all that was kind of like the minor leagues, and he came up and he dominated the minors, got to the big leagues, dominated the big leagues. And then as every athlete does, you hit that wall. It's time for you to retire, reinvent yourself. And he's reinvented himself, I think, in a pretty damn good way.
Somebody on the text line says Adam Sandler's that guy for them.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
Like, he just does movies to, take his friends on vacation.
Yeah.
They're not funny. Like, what was the one where he was like his sister and his brother in the same movie?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
What?
It was weird. I'm with that on Adam Sandler. I'd rather
Happy
see
Gilmore
him.
too, wasn't it? Didn't he have his family in that movie?
Well, the family's in there, but I'm saying in this movie, he actually played his own sister.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was horrible.
It was not funny. I like him when he does the serious movies now. Like Righteous Gemstones was really good.
Yeah.
I like seeing him as like a serious actor.
Righteous Gemstones.
Not Righteous Gemstones. Not great show and not serious at all and not Adam Sandler.
That's nasty. Walsha, did you just pass win?
Uncut Gemstones.
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
I like serious stuff like Righteous Gemstones. That is a real.
Have you guys both seen this show as well?
Oh,
you should watch
What's
Righteous,
it called?
Righteous Gemstones.
No, I've seen that.
Okay, we've all seen that. I didn't know we've all seen that.
That was the quote from Pastor Billy. Get in there and
Fantastic.
wash up. Did you just pass win?
But John Farrell part of that too, right?
Jack and Jill.
He was,
yeah, what
right?
in the world was Jack and Jill?
Was it? Yes,
so
sorry, Uncut Gems.
And he's part of the producing of Eastbound and Down. I had the cameo as the car dealer in it, but that's his series. Like his fingerprints are all over that. I think Will Ferrell has been unbelievable at reinventing himself.
I mean, a lot of Eastbound and Down is Danny McBride, though.
Yeah, but he's the producer on that. He's the guy who comes up with the idea, funds it, all that kind of stuff.
Sure. I mean, maybe we're on two different things here with Will Ferrell. I just don't think that like he's funny as a lead guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, and Mac asked the question in here, like the best actor in your opinion of the 21st century. Now, I would say Russell Crowe, Daniel Day-Lewis are the first two names that come up to my mind. And I would give a honorable mention to Javier Bardem. Russell Crowe, I mean, Beautiful Mind, Gladiator, American Gangster. You can put Denzel in this list as well. Daniel Day-Lewis, Gangs of New York, Lincoln. I know he did a lot of movies before that, like The Crucible, but There Will Be Blood is a great movie you should watch. Fantastic movie. You talk about how Saving Private Ryan is so amazing, how the first 20 minutes there's no dialogue. Same thing in There Will Be Blood. And then you just watch this oil tycoon become this evil person. It's a great Daniel Day-Lewis movie. And then Javier Bardem has just been great in this 21st century.
He's fantastic. Yeah.
He's an amazing actor. He's one of my top 5 favorite movies, No Country for Old Men.
Mm-hmm.
Anton Shakur.
I'm going with Tom Hanks.
21st century Tom Hanks?
Yeah,
okay.
he can do anything. Still, I'm watching him on the History Channel right now do these World War II things that are just coming
That's
out.
actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Tom Hanks can play any part of anything, any comedy, any serious, anything. Tom Hanks is the best actor of all time.
Yeah, I'll go Matt Damon.
That's my man crush. Yeah,
yeah. Matt Damon. I think specifically 21st century. I mean, he's had it having hit after hit after hit, and now is Christopher Nolan's best bud. He'll be nominated again for an actor award from the Odyssey, I'm sure. My
daughter saw that last night. I haven't talked to her about it yet. Obviously.
Well, I'm trying to get tickets to go see it in IMAX or 70 millimeter, and it's just extremely tough to do.
Oh, so you go to B&B because they allow you to see rated R a little bit younger than other places.
Oh, nice,
yeah.
nice. Well, I don't have to worry about that.
Well, you look young.
Yeah, but I would go him. I'd crazy hits. Leonardo DiCaprio would be up there as well for me.
You throw Brad Pitt in there?
Yep, Brad Pitt would absolutely be in there. I just don't know if has he had the. Trying to think about his latest hit.
You've got the F1 movie. You
I haven't
have
seen that yet.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That
he's
was
in
really
that.
good. That's
and
true.
Glorious Bastards. He's great in that.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm trying to look at Tom Hanks's 21st
Fury
century.
was really good with Brad Pitt. Yep.
It was very good.
Moneyball.
Movie. Yeah, and that's one of your favorite movies of all time.
It is. Comfort Watch.
Yeah. So what is 21st century? Talking 2000 or 2001?
2000. Yeah.
Okay, 2000. Castaway. Road to Perdition, Catch Me If You Can, The Polar Express, I guess you can count that. A lot of people like Charlie Wilson's War is a good movie. Angels and Demons, a sequel. Toy Story 3, 4, 5, and probably 6 coming out soon. I don't know. I just think that's, somewhere where you're at with actors that you see get older, because now you're seeing a new wave with Timothée and Jeremy Allen, all those type of guys.
Tom Holland.
Kind of like what you see with the Royals roster. Is it time to part ways with guys that are no longer fit to lead? Is Vinny Pasquantino still a lead in this lineup to you? If no, what is your opinion of trading maybe somebody like Vinny Pasquantino packaged with a guy like Blake Mitchell in the offseason to go get a frontline starter? I don't know if you can get that with someone like Vinny Pasquantino and a Blake Mitchell, but there's 3 big needs this Royals team needs. They need pitching, starting, second starting, and they need a dominant bullpen guy in the bullpen. And I think that can reinvigorate that team to get something started for this team going on to the future, because you have a first baseman. Now, granted, it's an addition by subtraction. You gain a first baseman, you lose your outfielder in all offseason. Who's the outfielder on this team?
Right.
Well, he's right there where number 14, but can he hit lefties? And then Vinny Pasquantino's your mouthpiece, your guy in the clubhouse, your group gatherer, the guy, the biggest, toughest glue on this team is Vinny Pasquantino. And as Mac has said, he's got the most pressure on him in the second half of this Royals roster because we've seen such a disastrous first half, and then he's plagued by an injury. Now he's back, hitting about 220. But, like, if the Royals are going to do something this offseason, it's going to have to come with some sort of, like, jaw-dropping move, whether that is signing somebody that you think is being overpaid, but you got to do it, kind of like a Ken Walker move for the Chiefs. They go 6-11, all of a sudden the offseason, they're not going to buy it. They're not going to pay for running back. They're going to take the discount. They're going to go for the clearance section. Well, no, they're not. They're going to go pay the biggest, highest free agent in running backs, and that is Ken Walker, because they weren't going to do what they did last year again.
And you hope the Royals have the ability to go out there and do something like that when it comes to their finances. In the NFL, it's easy to spend everybody else's money because of, a salary cap, obviously, salary floor, and just the way, that the league is. In baseball right now, we don't have that. And you're dealing with, when you deal with Major League Baseball, we're all in this together. However, we all have our own financials, and we're all going to do our own thing that benefit us. So you hope that there's money out there that the Royals can have to go spend to get better players in here. I hope all the money that they have isn't all just tied up in Bobby Witt Jr., and then we're not able to make other moves because of that. Because if that is the case, and all the money that they have to spend is all tied up in one player, well, that's bad business. It really is, regardless of who the player is. You got to field a team, not just one player. And so I hope we can see them shift and spend some money this offseason to get better players in here. But a lot of times these players that get traded are how you bring in other players without expanding your payroll to an extent that you can't afford it anymore. And so that's what they have to do, this offseason, whether it's trading Vinny or Bobby, not Bobby, but Michael, whoever the case may be. You've got to find a way to make your roster from top. Say the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill in his prime. The Royals can trade anybody at any time, at any place, because if you can trade Tyreek Hill in his prime and still continue the machine moving forward, then anybody is tradable at this point. And that's what the Royals have to figure out. But I don't know if trading Vinny Pasquantino is going to be something that Royals fans get excited about. I don't know if that's something that's going to move the needle and get fans believing in this organization. I just don't. I think fans, and rightfully so, want more. They want managers. They want front office people. They want, they want the owner. Like, they want everybody gone in this organization. And if you trade somebody that has been a fan favorite, even though it's kind of wavering right now with the bad season that everybody is having, is that really going to have a big impact on your fan base to get them excited about next year? Or is a change in direction and a change at the top going to get your fans excited about next year?
And some of the rebuttal we saw from the text line earlier with this conversation was that, well, Tyreek Hill demanded money. Yes and no. Because if you remember, if you go back in time and think about that, they had a contract that he was ready to sign, roughly $24 million per year. And then Davante Adams set the market. Like, they were going to give Tyreek Hill a contract. I can't say they were going to. They were in firm negotiations with him and his agent. Like, that was in the talks. And then as soon as Davante Adams' deal came out with the Raiders, Tyreek said, I want that money. And Veach and Co. said, we're not going there. And Tyreek said, okay, trade me. The next year, Tyreek Hill damn near had 2,000 yards receiving and still had a lot and was still in prime Tyreek Hill, where guys like that get money. The Chiefs did not decide to do that. And then you go back, and obviously as things come out, the stories start to unfold themselves. And we see the clip at the end of the first half of the AFC Championship game against Cincinnati where Tyreek's bitching and moaning, walking down the locker room, and then you find out, oh, it was kind of an awkward setting. Maybe it's time to cut some bad spots out of the team and shift towards a more young defensive efficiency with this quarterback that's still, doing things that we've never seen before. So it's not really the same when it comes to, like, that situation. The situation that is the same is that you're taking somebody that was big to the fans and moving on from them because you want to try to evolve as a team and not go back to where you were before.
What can you, though, get for Vinny, though, this offseason?
It's a package deal or nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I just like his trade value probably now, again, is at an all-time low. I mean, if you're a team right now, you're looking at him going, I ain't give you much for that guy. He's not really performing for you right now. And that's why it's important to trade guys at the height of their value. Noah Cameron, Chris Bubich, Cole Reagans, all these guys that the Royals, failed to trade at the height of their time are mistakes. It is 3 mistakes right there. Bubich, Reagans, and Noah Cameron. Not trading them at the height and getting a haul back in return.
Vinny Pasquantino is on that list.
And he is on that list.
He's on that list.
You could have traded him 2 years ago.
Yes.
2 years ago.
Even last year when you saw Caglianone's development and said, this is a first baseman that we're going to have be awesome.
The question I have to ask is, when do you know not to trade them? When do you know to keep those guys? Because if you do that, you're trading your entire roster away.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. It's easy to be trade them at their height, but then it's then what? Then who do you have? Then what are you going to have next year on the roster if you have all that? I don't know what you have to make signings.
Well, you get what you get back in return from the trades. You got good outfielders. You maybe get bullpen.
But you don't know that proven quality, whereas you have guys that have proven they can do it. And if you trade all of them, then you have nothing proven, and everything is a wish in one hand and do the rest in the other.
Mm-hmm.
So, at some point, that's why being a GM is a tough job.
It's an impossible job.
Right? I wasn't in favor of giving Salvador Perez 2-year deal. I just wasn't in favor of that to extend him. Vinny Pasquantino, a lot of people were in favor of that to avoid arbitration. But again, at what point can you have the conversation sell Bubich, sell Reagan, sell Cameron, sell Vinny, sell these guys? Then who do you have on your roster?
Yeah, but that's also when you have to know the pulse of your team and be able to make these moves to make your organization better. Noah Cameron would have had great trade value at the end of last season. Would have had great trade value. And you could see it coming with Noah Cameron. He was a guy that you just knew, in my opinion anyway, wasn't going to be that guy forever. And while he was that guy, that's when you have to pounce. You can't be afraid to get better.
Yeah, you've got to be somewhat of a future teller. It's an impossible job, but you've also got to be
willing
also
to get paid really good money for that, too.
Of course, and you've got to be willing to take the criticism, take the brunt of fans saying, what, we're trading Vinny, we're trading Noah Cameron. Yeah, just wait with me. Give it a second. We're trading Tyreek Hill? Yes.
And that's where, like Brett Veach and Andy Reid, they've got the wherewithal to be able to do something like that. They had the street cred. They had already won a Super Bowl, and they already turned this organization around. They knew what they were doing. They had the benefit of the doubt built in. The Royals organization doesn't have the benefit of the doubt, but for anybody, from anyone. And in order to get the benefit of the doubt, you have to earn that. The Royals as an organization have not earned the benefit of the doubt from the fans. Mm-hmm. So when they do trade guys that people know, fans are going to be pissed off until they prove that their moves actually work out and they get the benefit of the doubt. They don't get it right now, and they won't get it until they show proof.
The other thing that I would say is, what is Noah Cameron going to prove to you in a trade market with 138 innings pitching in a major league season? That was his resume. Who's going to trade with that?
Young arms? I don't know.
Young arms. People want young arms all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd get back, but...
Not much. 138 innings pitched in his first year in the league. That's enough to be we're going to give you a frontline bullpen arm.
But you could have gotten an outfield bat, something that you need in the organization. It's not like we're sitting here talking about a minor league system that's raking in it right now. A couple of guys had a couple of good weeks, but this minor league system is bottom third. So you've got depth that you need to build in this organization. And if you're going to continue to pay Bobby Witt Jr. this kind of money, you're going to need young guys at the league minimum to come in and supplement, and good guys at the league minimum to kind of come in and supplement for you, because it's hard to sustain in a market like this, paying a superstar that kind of money and then trying to go out and spend. So you've got to find a way to continue to generate young talent at the big league level, unless baseball changes their economics.
Baseball is changing in the college world because they're giving their fans what they want, called the Field of Dreams, between two local teams-ish. One is very local, the other one just north. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, analytically the best morning radio show in Kansas City, as voted by people.
There's a lot of people talking out of their butt.
Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Hey, the summer gets super hot, so now you need to get a Super Light. That's right. The team that brought you Surfside is back with something new. Meet Super Light, the new vodka plus aid canned cocktail. Super Light comes in 4 classic sports drinks flavors: fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill. And ooh, that blue chill is money, baby. With just 90 calories, 0 sugar, and 0 bubbles, Super Light delivers a refreshing taste that's perfect for any occasion. From the golf course to the bar, at night, at the concert, a day at the ballpark, Super Light is here for the moment. Look for Super Light variety packs and individual flavors at stores and bars near you. You must be 21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
By now, you've heard that Booth Creek Wagyu steaks and beef are the best tasting, most flavorful cuts you've ever had. And if you don't believe us, try it for free. Try Booth Creek Wagyu anytime at 95th and Null or 135th and Metcalf. Stop by our store and we'll prepare a free mouth-watering sample of your selected choice cut. Heart-healthy, low cholesterol, authentic American, full-blooded Wagyu steaks and beef. We know you'll love it as much as we do. Crafted for exceptional beginnings. Join the Booth Creek Wagyu revolution at boothcreekwagyu.com.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Ah. Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi, it's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You don't have to carry everything on your own. Whether you're dealing with stress, anxiety, depression, substance use, or thoughts of suicide, talking to someone can help, and help is available 24/7 through the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can call or text 988 anytime to connect with a trained mental health professional. 988 is free, confidential, easy to remember, and available anytime, anywhere, to anyone. Call or text the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. No judgment, just help.
Save even more during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members save up to 20% on in-stock molding when you spend $250 or more. And save up to 20% on in-stock pre-hung interior doors when you buy 6 or more. Load up today on the materials you need and get the most out of Pro Savings Days. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 7/31 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. See Lowes.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this waterman is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is a job for Sponsored Jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
This July is America's 250th birthday, and Lotse Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with their 250 for 250 deal. All month long, men who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days earn $250. You're over 40, you've got low energy, low sex drive, not feeling yourself. Lotse Center is raising the T of America Patriots from C to shining C. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal. Visit FixMyLowT.com and book your free T test today. That's FixMyLowT.com. Offer in July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circus Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. Dane Hughes here, and for everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circus Sports app. Then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rob Sight Ford, KC's Ford volume leader and top rated on Google. 135th and State Line. Rob Sight Ford, your 2025 Ford volume leader. Top rated on Google with 4.8 stars and 3,000 plus reviews. The best selection, best prices, and Kansas City's best customer service. Visit Rob Sight Ford at 135th and State Line. Buy right, save big, and drive home a winner. Only at Rob Sight Ford.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Kansas side Olathe, 35 northbound, still a lingering slow spot at 127th, and then sluggish from College up to 435, and there's trouble trying to head on that eastbound ramp coming off northbound 35. 435, a little sluggish coming out from I-35. Once you get over towards Quivira, back to posted speeds. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Moving right along on a hazy Tuesday. You ever been asked a random question?
Not enough. There's no experience like the World Cup final.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm chairman and CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Fair enough.
Some guy outside of MetLife or New York, New Jersey Stadium on Sunday asking everybody as they're walking in how much they paid for tickets and all this kind of stuff. I mean, this guy hit up like the CEO of Welch's Fruit Snacks. He had some like big time hitters in there, and then there's Clark Hunt. And what do you do for the living? I own the Chiefs.
Not enough. There's no experience like the World Cup final.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm chairman and CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs.
What was the question that he was asked? Because he said not enough.
I know. Well, I wanted that question. He cuts it. I mean, he asked them how much you were spending on tickets.
Yeah.
I hope that wasn't his answer.
I hope I mean,
that wasn't your answer.
Yeah, not enough. Well, I mean, the folks who hosted it probably have a little pass that they can get in and go to the the big events and all of that. So, but yeah, that's kind of funny, man. Like we think in our country how big these people are, and then you get people from outside the country. They have no idea who Clark Hunt was. He's one of the most powerful owners, most powerful sports league in the world. And what do you do for a living? I own the team.
Not enough. There's no experience like the World Cup final.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm chairman and CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs.
One of the most valuable franchises in all of sports.
Good to know. Next question.
All right. See you later.
What do you do for a living? I am the CEO of the Chiefs.
Yeah, it was a funny review. Like you said, the CEO of Welch's, then it's just like a streamer. It's just like a bunch of wealthy people.
Right, hanging out at the the World Cup.
Is this, you're a big baseball nut, Bob. Is this a bucket list item for you to go watch a game at the Field of Dreams?
No, I don't think so. No, maybe a major league game, maybe, but no, I don't feel the need to run up there for a college game. It's Kansas and Iowa. It's cool. It's playing at the Field of Dreams. I think it's awesome. They should do more of that kind of stuff. Love it.
October 10th, Kansas and Iowa will play at the Field of Dreams. I would love to go to that.
It's Chiefs bye week.
Yeah. But I think that'd be something that's on the bucket list for me. Yeah, it's during the week 5 bye. So maybe I can hop in the car with Kling and we can go to his stomping grounds and watch the Field of Dreams game. Because you drove down to Lawrence to watch the Jayhawks potentially go on to the College World Series.
Yeah.
Didn't happen, but you saw the College World Series champion in the same way, coincidentally.
And they look like it, too.
Yeah, and I think this is really, really awesome and a good way to kind of keep riding the coattails of the surge of college baseball.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's a lot of people out there that would say college baseball is a surge. Absolutely.
Hell yes, it has.
Look at all the athletes that are in the league today that were just in college baseball 2 years ago, right? You look at guys like Paul Skeens. You watched him at LSU. Maybe you didn't, but you know he was in college 2-3 years ago. You look at guys that are now making their mark on the baseball world, and they were just playing collegiately. Kansas had a really nice year in baseball last year. Iowa obviously can be decent in baseball any year given. And this year they get to play the Field of Dreams. So I asked the question, what are 3 other places you'd love to see a baseball game be played at? The first one I thought of is to reincarnate the Sandlot scene. Have that stadium. There's enough people and architectures out there and all these people, architects and all these people out there that know what they're doing to where you could put Mr. Myrtle's house in the background. You could put up that, rustic looking fence. You could go find somebody that would volunteer their Mastiff to be the Beast or Hercules. And you could all have these guys playing like Sandlot outfits, right? Have them wear like old school jerseys, jeans, PF Flyers, all these sort of things, and have it be a real baseball game. I think that'd be a cool little setting to do. I'm not sure if it would ever get done, but how cool would it be to see these pro players, which we are going to see the pro players play at the Field of Dreams. I believe it's August 13th. It's Philadelphia and Minnesota Twins.
Okay, cool.
They're going to play there as well. The last time we saw this game there, I believe it was the White Sox, and Tim Anderson hit a walk-off home run into the corn. Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's one of those situations where, a field that has this much presence and this much fun, doesn't matter who plays. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I think tickets are under $15 for this game, too. I looked online yesterday. I'm already out of town for the bye week, but it's like $15 to get in is a pretty good rate to do. Yeah.
Awesome. Why isn't it during the actual season?
They play fall ball in college, and so this is just a game to do it.
So just like a scrimmage?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those type of. I don't know if it's a script. I don't know how they define.
I don't think they start the season.
No. But they play fall ball. These college kids.
It's not the English Premier League.
Yeah, which is has 30 days off. I mean, my God,
it's insane.
But I'm not an expert, obviously, on college baseball.
Yeah.
Nobody is, but you see these guys playing games in the fall.
That makes sense. You're right. I remember that in Tennessee.
Busy.
That happened.
But I don't know. I don't think they count for anything. I think it's just to play games.
It's fun.
Yeah, just have fun. Yeah.
Somebody says you can stay overnight at the Field of Dreams farmhouse and you get access to the field under the lights at night.
We went to Field of Dreams in 2018, I think it was. It was just the four of us, and we were driving to Chicago. And I said, let's go this way and, just have some fun doing something different. We were the only ones there. It was awesome. We were running around on the field, and, it's fantastic.
That's sick.
Somebody says, Dusty.
Just drive up there. Now I know they built some stuff around it, but back then it was just a house.
Just there.
Yeah.
What is that drive?
6 hours.
Oh.
I'll fly.
You can't. Where are you going to fly to?
Des Moines.
From where?
I don't know. I'm not an airplane.
Right, yeah. So, it's going to take you about
Iowa.
5 or 6 hours to get to Des Moines, and then,
I won't drive 6 hours.
Really? That's
I'm
your
on
cutoff?
Yeah, no, 4.
4?
I'll drive 4 hours, no more.
I think 8 or 9 is usually my cutoff.
Absolutely not. Spec and I have the same opinion. If it's more than 4 hours, I'm flying.
Gotcha.
I'll fly to Chicago. I'll fly to Minnesota. I'll fly to Vegas. I'm not driving. I hate it. There's nothing worse than driving back after your trip.
Yeah, the drive back is not fun.
Like the fact that three of my friends drove straight through from Gulf Shores to Lee Summit is insane to me.
Yes.
You also have to factor in missing your connection because you miss it all the time. Canceled flights. To go 6 hours, I'm getting in the car and I'm driving. I can be there sooner than if I tried to fly there.
You would drive to Gulf Shores?
I wouldn't have a problem with it. Yeah, I drive. I like driving. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I grew up doing it all the time.
Yeah,
so
we did too.
Why,
we drove all the time. Yeah.
But I know we might be in the minority there, Bob.
Yeah, maybe so, but I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. My wife and I have figured it out. I drive 5 hours, switch. She drives 5. That's 10 hours, and it goes by fast.
See, Simone is not that way, so that's why my cutoff's 8, because I'll do 8 by myself easy. But after that,
you're done. And then you start to get delirious behind the wheel.
Yeah,
for safety. Yeah, it's time to get out.
I will say I do agree with some of the people that drove because one of my buddies has 5 children. That's an expensive plane trip.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for that.
Plus,
like
they have car ride.
Plus, they're little, and that's where all the experiences are made. But I'm grown now. I don't need to be like, oh, look over there. It's the Great Lakes.
No, you're in a unique situation. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you're a one, and it's easy. And I would absolutely fly everywhere if I was you.
For sure.
But when you're loading up the family truckster, it's sometimes, just get in the car, make it easy. But sometimes, too, like 6 hours is kind of that borderline when you're dealing with the airline industry. You can't figure out left from right half the time.
Because you can fly MCI to Midway, can't you?
Yeah.
And it's a 45-minute flight?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Because I was told Spec,
and then drive 6 hours to Field of Dreams or 4 hours to Field of Dreams from Chicago,
Because I was telling Spec, I was like, I want to take the Amtrak to Chicago. He's like, no, you don't.
I did that once.
And I'm like, why not? He goes, there's millions of stops. It's 8 hours. It's not fun.
By the time it gets here, there's been people that have been on that train for 2 or 3 days. And it smells like there's been people on that train for 2 or 3 days. We did it once. It was fine. And it was late, couple hours, and you're standing around.
One of my groomsmen's training all the way from Canada to here.
Oh, my.
He left a few days ago. He'll stop, hang out with a friend for a few days, then train it. Yeah.
Oh, my. Where in Canada?
I don't know. I can't remember. He's going to school there for.
Where's he stopping?
Multiple places. He's got friends all around.
Okay. He may or may not be here.
Gosh,
I'm being serious.
I'm
like,
up there.
I'm just being honest. The Amtrak is like, well, if we're here, we're here. If we're not, we're not.
Can you fly to Cedar Rapids?
Through somewhere, sure, yeah.
You're just not here?
Yeah.
So drive 3 hours to St. Louis and fly to Cedar Rapids?
So I don't know if you can even from St. Louis or not, but even still, you're driving 3.5 hours to St. Louis and you're there 2 hours early to check in and all. That's 5 hours, right? You could have already been there.
Somebody says, I took the Amtrak to Lollapalooza in Chicago. It was rough. Yeah, I got talked out of the train thing.
People have like ducks and chickens and rabbits on the train. It's weird.
Noah's Ark?
Pretty much. I mean, these people get on in L.A., and by the time they get to Kansas City 2 days later, it's like...
There's two of everything. There's 2 giraffes, 2 hippos, 2 elephants. Coming up next, it's Start Bench Cut, brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. Get in the know with Jay's Southland Tow next. Start Bench Cut on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Good morning, Kansas City. It's Carter Jensen, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, weekday mornings starting at 6, right here on 96.5 The Fan.
Brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Heartland Men's Health want you to feel better. They want everybody to feel better, right? And if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, they can help because ED can affect far more than your sex life. It can put a strain on relationships, impact your confidence, and leaving you feeling frustrated, anxious, and embarrassed. And at Heartland Men's Health, they specialize in helping men overcome sexual health concerns with personalized treatment plans designed around their individual needs. Remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? You probably laughed it off, but now it's happening again and again and again. And that means it's time for Heartland Men's Health. They use advanced medical science to empower male performance with therapies that go far beyond pills. So call them today and find out why their advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. Plus, they have 3 locations to serve you. Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
Conservative, family man, author of The Bald Plan to Reduce Property Taxes. Listen to Scott Schwab.
Property taxes are killing Kansans, but one day it hit me. Bald.
BALD stands for Better Affordable Living by Decreasing Property Taxes. And it's the only detailed plan. Schwab's BALD plan means voter approval for property tax hikes, refunds for unfair assessments, and tax relief for seniors and working families. Listen to Scott Schwab.
I focus on reducing taxes for Kansans. You should keep more. My BALD plan makes sure of it. When I'm governor, we'll get it done.
Finally, a governor with a good head on his shoulders. Author of the BALD Plan to Decrease Property Taxes. Conservative Republican Scott Schwab for governor. Visit scottschwab.com/bald to learn more. Paid for by Schwab for Governor, Jim Felter, Treasurer.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? Call Jay Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all. Be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Paid for client betrayal and endorsement. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Give me one good reason why I should call DM Law. How about 3 great reasons? 1, it's easy. 2, it's fast. 3, the results.
Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Here's your traffic report on 96.5 The Fan. Brought to you by SWL Injury Law, the Car Crash Kings. It's what they do. Visit SWLinjurylaw.com.
Missouri side, 435 westbound, slow rolling from about Warnell to the state line. Kansas side, 435 eastbound, a little sluggish coming out from 69 Highway to Antioch. Past that, things move well. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Hey, it's Carter Jensen, and this is your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
KFNC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey Sports Station. This is Fescoe and Dusty.
I got Mahomes' balls in my hands.
On your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
Oh, yeah, football.
From potholes to pop-ups, we got it covered.
Hey!
Here's Bob Fescoe.
Take a bite out of my ass.
And Dusty Likens.
Big nuts. That's right. It is Tuesday. We do start bench cut. I kind of am really starting to love this because we kind of take the show full circle. Everything okay?
And another layoff at ESPN.
Dan Orlovsky.
Tom Pelissero.
Oh, no. Man, the big names are getting shot down.
Man.
Gee. I also love people that ask you a question and then answer it when you answer them. Hey, why did Ryan Clark get fired? I don't know. ESPN's making layoffs. They filed Carl Ravitch. Well, from what I've seen, they did this because it's like, then why'd you ask?
You've got your take. Give us your take.
The Jets have released an all-white uniform.
Cool.
It's actually pretty slick.
Is it?
So we can see all the crap on their ass when they blank the bed every game?
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. But
Did they put names on the back of the jerseys?
No, because they don't really know if they're going to have players on their team this year, so they're just...
Oh, these are cool.
They are, right? Yeah, they look great. The green and white. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, they are
I'm
cool.
in.
Yeah, they have Breece Hall wearing it because that's
That's all they have.
With that, him and Garrett.
Garrett Wilson.
So Tom Pelissero and Carl Ravitch have been let go today.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark. It's going to be some big names over there at ESPN. It's interesting that they're letting Tom Pelissero go, but they just signed Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter to those big deals. Those are their insiders now.
That's fair. Schefter's probably on his last deal or getting
I don't know. He
close.
just signed like an 8-year deal or something like that.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Oh, yeah. And again, he
Okay.
generates revenue, right? People like to know what Adam Schefter's saying. People follow what Adam Schefter is always talking about, right? I'm sure some people even have notifications set up when he tweets. So, I mean, like, those are the people that get the money. Those are the people that get the opportunity to keep their jobs. It's all about those revenue generators and revenue streams. And if you generate revenue and you're a big fish like that, you're going to keep your job. And so Adam Schefter does that. Ian Rappaport does that.
Shams?
Shams does that as well. But I was thinking of Stephen A. Smith does that. Pat McAfee does stuff like that. And I know, and I'm already starting to see the tweets, oh, they're paying Pat McAfee $60 million a year, so they have to let guys go. They're paying Pat McAfee $60 million a year. Let me just tell you, the rule of thumb usually is you make about 10% of what you generate. That's kind of how companies operate at times. So if Pat McAfee is making $60 million, let me tell you what he's generating for ESPN. Do the math.
I can't believe that, but okay.
Why would they pay him $60 million if they weren't generating that money?
I'm asking the same thing.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right, so start bench cut brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. Get to know Jay's Southland Tow, where you'd rather see a baseball game. Field of Dreams, Polo Grounds, Ebbets Field.
I would go Ebbets Field, Polo Grounds, Field of Dreams.
What's the one that kind of looks like it's like a right angle, like the front of it's like the corner?
That's the Polo Grounds.
Yeah, I'm going to start the Polo Grounds. That one looks sick.
Where it has like the 480-foot center field wall.
Yeah.
The giant baseball bat.
It's fun to play in the show. I'll bench Field of Dreams and I'll cut Ebbets Field.
High expectations for Ken Walker III this year to be a bell cow running back. I take maybe the 3 best running backs I've ever seen in my life and ask you guys to start bench or cut them. Barry Sanders, LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson.
You know what? I'll go in that order, actually.
Yeah, it's a great order going all time, but since I got to see the other two, I will start LT and AP. But yes, if we're doing all-time rankings, yeah, Barry is the start.
Stole this one from Twitter. Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady.
Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady.
Yeah, I'll start T-Mac, I'll bench Melo, and I'll cut AI.
Maybe we're all cutting.
You got to embrace AI, man.
Did Melo have shoes?
I'm 50 and I'm saying that.
Shoes. Yeah, he had his shoes.
Because I had a pair of the T-Max.
Hell yeah.
I definitely had one pair of Iversons. I think
he had cool shoes
I think
too.
the parents hit the Christmas bonus that year.
Hell yeah.
We go to actors here since we did this earlier. Start bench cut. Matt Damon, George Clooney, Christian Bale.
Matt Damon, that's my man crush. George Clooney, absolutely love, and then Christian Bale.
Yeah, I'll bench Christian Bale. I'll cut Clooney. But yeah, those are all timers.
What's Matt Damon's best movie in your opinion?
Oh man,
Rounders.
Yeah, I was going to say Rounders. Yeah,
Ripley.
What about the one with he and Affleck, Boston guys? I'm drawing a blank.
Good Will Hunting.
Good Will Hunting.
I was going to say, why can't I think of that either?
Good Will Hunting's
my buddy over here is wicked smart.
Yeah. Yep. The Departed.
Departed's great. He's such a bad guy in The Departed. I hate him so much in that movie.
He's really good at being a bad guy.
He's not bad. I'm excited to see The Odyssey.
He's a bad guy in Interstellar, too.
He is. I'm actually reading The Martian right now, and I can't wait to rewatch the movie.
I was going to ask you if you're still doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I picked it up on vacation, obviously. Can't wait to rewatch that movie because I've only seen it once, and all I remember is him eating poop potatoes.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I'm reading. I'm almost done.
Today's National Junk Food Day. So
Sweet.
a 2-part question, not a start bench cut on the second part, but the start bench cut: chips, candy, ice cream.
Start ice cream, cut the rest. Ice cream's my vice.
No chips?
Nah.
Ooh, I'll start chips.
Give me all the ice cream.
Yeah, I like ice cream. I don't know. This is tough. I'll start chips. I'll bench ice cream and cut candy.
Yeah, so what would you say is your biggest guilty pleasure when it comes to junk food?
Cheeseburgers.
Oh, I was thinking like vanilla ice cream or something like that.
Well, that's like a guilty. I think a lot of people would be like, "Oh, that's fine, vanilla ice cream." Like a guilty pleasure is like something you don't want other people to know that you endure.
Yeah, like a double cheese.
Or
What's
maybe
wrong with
large
that, though?
fry.
Well, I mean,
it's junk food.
Yeah, it's like
but it's okay if you let people know you enjoy that.
Yeah, a
it's
lot of
like if
people
you pour
enjoy
the
it.
Frosty on your cheeseburger or
correct.
something.
Like,
right?
my guilty pleasure is dipping fries into the Frosty.
Yeah,
No,
or
a lot of
taking
people-
chicken tenders and dipping it in like Diet Coke. I used to like back in the day, Diet Coke and pretzels. Hard pretzels is a good, kind of combination, good flavor.
Put your McChicken in the Big Mac. Guilty pleasure.
McChicken on a Big Mac?
Yeah, dude.
Isn't that got a nickname?
Yeah, it's called the McChicken Mac or something. Yeah. Yeah.
I
The
thought it had
Chicken
something to
Mac.
do with- I thought it had something to do with like Rex Ryan, just here for the bang.
I think they actually have that on the menu in other countries too.
Did you see they're doing a Caesar salad menu now?
So, yes.
They're
Yes.
doing like the snack wrap Caesar-wise, the Caesar chicken
You
sandwich.
can keep all your lettuce. I'm out on all of that, man. And part of it is now I just came across something on X, a cheat sheet for Taylor Farms and what all their varieties are under other names that are out there right now. Taylor Farms, Earthbound Farms, all these got a brand. Walmart's got a brand. Kroger's got a brand. Target's got a brand. Costco's got a brand. Trader Joe's has got a brand of this Taylor Farm stuff. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, Subway, all use stuff from that Taylor Farms. I'm out, man. Until we get the all clear, and a real all clear this time, I'm out on the lettuce, man.
Taco Bell released a statement on their Notes app. Did you see that last
did they?
week?
No, what
it was
did they?
literally on the Notes app, like on your phone. You go open the Notes app. Their social media guy typed a paragraph and was like, "It's all good. Welcome back. Thank you."
No, it's not all good. That was a lie.
The Notes app, dude.
Start, bench, cut. The 3 best pitchers I've seen in my lifetime: Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Greg Maddux.
Probably going to start Maddox. Bench Pedro, cut Randy Johnson. That ain't easy. That's tough.
Yeah, I'll start Maddox, Randy, and I don't know much about Pedro Martinez. Haven't gotten to the highlights there, so I'll cut him.
Okay, it's wedding week. Start, bench, cut. The hardest things you have to do at a wedding: standing at the altar and wait for your bride, first dance with your bride, or the vows that you give to your bride.
You said hardest thing? Those aren't the hard things. The hard things are Aunt Molly, Uncle Ralph, and Grandma. Those are the hard things. The people are the hard things. But I'll start the vows because that's when you're expressing your love for her. Standing at the altar and watching her walk down is unmatched. And then the first dance is cool, but they always cut the song short. So,
yeah, I just
because you don't know any of this yet. But in your opinion, what do you think will be?
What I'm looking forward to the most is standing at the altar, seeing her. I mean, it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Vows. We're doing our vows private, and
So
we're
they
not
won't-
seeing each other.
Okay.
We're back to back. And then I will
In front of everyone or just by yourselves?
private. Yep. Before. Yep. And then I'll cut the first dance. But we have done a little choreography.
can I? Oh. You should. You absolutely should. And I dropped the ball on that one. And we should have taken dance lessons and done that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Why not? It's your show.
Yeah,
and,
it's
know.
actually been really fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a lot of fun.
Practicing it and choreographing. Yeah.
Why are you doing your vows privately? Because you just want to be with you two, or you're trying to save the audience?
Us two.
Okay.
Yeah, us two. Simone's not a let me speak from the heart in front of 100 people person, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That is Start, Bench, Cut. Brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow. Get the know with Jay's Southland Tow. Getting back into who can have a breakout season, maybe stars, rookies, second-year guys, or teams in the NFL. Coming up here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
It's today. You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Tune in to hear Royals insider Josh Vernier every Monday at 8:20
Professor Vernier sitting up here, bloviating.
on your home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics are saying, all right, here's the deal. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make you feel better, and we're not going to talk about surgery. And maybe you've been told that surgery is the only option for you when your joints hurt every single day. But once a joint's replaced, there's no going back. And that's why before you schedule surgery, I want you to consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics. Whether you're dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of wear and tear, surgery isn't the only conversation you should have. Talk to QC Kinetics about how they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you right here in Kansas City and all across the United States. They concentrate tiny healing tools within your body right in the spot that's actually causing the pain. And the whole idea is to give you a real shot at holding off on surgery, or in some cases, avoiding it altogether. That's why it makes sense to explore every option. So call QC Kinetics today for that second opinion and know all of your options. The conversation and consultation are totally free. Call 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. All 435 in State Line and in Gladstone, 816-412-6299.
Hey, the summer's rolling along, and that means the heat's going to stay there, which means you need to cool down with a Surfside. You know what I'm talking about. You go out to the K, you're watching the game, zero bubbles, zero troubles in your hand with a Surfside. Grab a delicious Surfside today. It's only 100 calories, and the best part is zero bubbles. That means there's zero troubles. So it's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game or hanging at the tailgate. Also, ask for Surfsides at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game. You must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Kansas City storms can leave behind roof damage you can't always see. Hail and high winds may have compromised your roof, even if everything looks fine from the ground. That's why Century Roofing offers a free roof inspection and handles the insurance process from start to finish. For over 36 years and more than 36,000 roofs, homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. Voted best roofing company in Johnson County for 5 years straight and best in Kansas City 2 years in a row. KC-based and female-owned. Visit CenturyRoofingKC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
And Doug.
Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Hey guys, it's Cody and Gold, and this July, Centric is honoring freedom and those who earned it. At Centric, veterans and transitioning service members have the freedom to prepare for civilian IT careers through hands-on training, career support, and strong employer relationships over at Centric.
And for those who qualify perhaps through the GI Bill, your benefits may help cover the cost of training. Your next chapter deserves the same purpose. Centric, training for what comes next. Centric.com. That's CENTRIQ.com.
It's Telly Tire and Auto Center's summer sale. Buy 4 new Continental tires and save up to $350 with instant mail and rebates when you add installation, road hazard protection, and wheel alignment. Hurry, offer ends July 31st. Take it to Telly. Details at tellytire.com.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/team. That's ZipRecruiter.com/team.
ZipRecruiter. Hey there, it's Jill Schlesinger. I'm launching a new show. It's called Money Moves, and your money is going to move. We're going to help you make better financial decisions. We're going to call out the BS you're finding all over social media. We're going to give you actionable guidance to make your financial life clearer, less stressful. We're going to answer your financial questions and take the mystery out of your financial life. Follow and listen to Money Moves with Jill Schlesinger wherever you get your podcasts.
Today, expect sunny skies with a high of 93.
Weather brought to you by Capital One. Capital One offers no fees or minimums on checking accounts. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank guide. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the DM Injury Law Studios. Mike's got this.
Car, truck, or motorcycle wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
816-888-7500. Mike's got this.
Oh, we got more from ESPN today. More and more folks being laid off. Ryan Clark. We told you about Carl Ravitch, Tom Pelissero. Now, according to folks on the web, David Lloyd, longtime SportsCenter anchor, is being let go, and injury expert fantasy analyst Stefania Bell are expected to be laid off by ESPN today.
Yeah, David Lloyd's been there forever.
Has he? Yeah, I feel like I've heard that name for a long time now.
Yeah, I had to look him up to make sure I saw his face. But yeah, no, that guy's been there for a long time.
I need to know how much money Herb Street's making for ESPN. Because he's up there, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's got his own PJ.
Earns approximately $18 a year.
What's Orlowski make?
Let's see.
Because he does a lot for them.
They're not giving me anything on that.
Okay.
So probably not that much.
Well, with Ryan Clark, you could see, and other guys, you could roughly over $2 million, and then Carl Ravitch was $2 million.
Yeah,
according to the Google machine, which is always accurate, as we know.
I definitely need to know if this person from the 816 has actually engulfed this sandwich. Because you mentioned it during the break. We were talking about like Big Macs and McChickens and all that. They called it the land, air, and sea.
I have heard that, yeah.
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah.
we've heard this, we've seen it. Has anyone ever eaten it? And if you have, please let us know. A Big Mac, McChicken, and a fish fillet in one sandwich.
Oh, gosh.
Absolutely not.
Yikes.
Would you try a bite?
Yes, I would try a bite.
Of course.
Oh.
But I don't know that you could get more than a bite.
Yeah.
Because I've never had the filet of fish.
I love their filet of fish.
Cheese or no cheese?
No cheese.
Okay.
But that's fine. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And
Does it have pickles on it?
I don't think
No.
Just the tartar and the patty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always like the bun is warm. It's
Does
nice.
it still come in the blue wrapper?
I think styrofoam still. Yeah, the blue styrofoam.
Bring back the cinnamon roll, McDonald's. But, Mac, we're 49 days away in the NFL season. Woo. So we're Dan Sorensen days away. Or as some people would say, the season starts when they report to St. Joe, which is in what, like 4 days?
I think the end of the week, yeah.
Yeah, Friday. So we get to see who brings a fan, who brings the PS5, who brings extra TVs, who brings their own mattress, extra pillows, all that sort of stuff. But since it's 49, we give our shout outs to Dan Sorensen, which we'll explain why Dan Sorensen is the name other than just the number. But Dan Sorensen made a couple of big plays in his career with the Kansas City Chiefs. Was never really a guy that you went on the field and you're like, all right, they got Hill, Kelsey, Mahomes, Sorensen.
Right.
It was never that. But it was like, holy cow, Sorensen with a great play. So there are a couple of them in his career, as you can hear now, from Dan Sorensen making big plays in Kansas City history.
Al Hardman is back to take this punt from Brian Anger. Second in the league in net punting was Anger. 24-7 Houston, 8:32 to go, second quarter. That's a fake punt. They fake the right side, and it's tackled short of the first down.
And
great
game.
play. Dirty Dan Sorensen would not be fooled. A gain of 2 on 3rd down and 4. Dirty Dan makes the big play, stopping the fake punt.
And if you remember, Bill O'Brien then later on in the game punted on 4th and 1 on the positive side of the field after going for it on a fake punt on your own side of the field. Bill O'Brien, yikes.
Yeah.
This was him against the Browns.
Jarvis Landry sneaks out into a left. Mayfield holding, comes back to the near side. A man wide open at the 5, stumbling for the pylon. The ball's out and fumbled out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It was caught by Njoku at the 1. Then he dove for the pylon, lost control of the ball. Gigantic fumble. It is a touchback. The Chiefs keep Cleveland off the scoreboard on this drive.
I mean, I know it's more shocking that we're giving Dan Sorensen praise that the Cleveland Browns were in the playoffs. But you then asked us the question in post-production, and that question, Mac, is...
Who's the Sorensen of this team? And I defined it by a team player that's going to make plays that we don't always expect. Who is that guy to you? And also text line 913-586-7965.
I'm going with both tackles, Josh Simmons and Jalen Moore, because I think the feel, not just around town, but I think everywhere you look about the Chiefs, everybody's questioning the tackle play, right?
Yep.
So if that's the position that everybody's questioning, then that's the position I'm going to pick as the kind of the breakout, because if they go out there and do well, people are going to be saying, wow, look how good the Chiefs are. They found tackles, even though they've had them here, for the last couple of years. So I'm going with Josh Simmons and Jalen Moore.
I wouldn't mind seeing Josh Simmons have like a Willie Rove type of year, where it's just like everything to the left side is flattened.
Yep.
And then everybody goes, oh, that's why they took a flyer on this guy year 1 and, came off an injury of the knee and then, removed himself from the team and then came back and got his mind right, got his, vision on the field there, got in better shape. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, so Mahomes now has a solid left tackle, which is probably the 3rd most important position in football, right? Quarterback, left tackle, defensive edge.
Yeah.
Any argument there?
No, I'm there with you.
4th runner-up, wide receiver?
I'd have to think about it. Corner's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Is corner more important than safety?
Yes.
Not even close, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You are? Okay.
You get a lockdown guy on one of the primo positions,
Bang.
a wide receiver,
Yeah.
pretty fair.
Set it and
Usually,
forget it.
you transition to safety after you can't cover anybody anymore.
That's fair. I really like the addition of DeMercado. because I think one of the things that we will see is the Samaje Perine role or the Jerick McKinnon role, where, what was it, the Bengals game where McKinnon just flat backed somebody trying to blitz up the middle, and McKinnon stepped up and just, that's what turns Andy Reid on. And that's weird to say out loud. But when a running back who is, known for qualities of speed and agility and vision and, maybe they can catch, if a guy can go up there and be undersized and just knock somebody out, I think DeMercado can give you some of those plays 3 or 4 times a year where maybe the end zone is crowded and everyone's got their eyes on 87 and they got their eyes on 4 and, maybe they got Justin Fields in there running around disguised and all of a sudden DeMercado whips out and it's like, oh, that's the guy they got as the backup to Ken Walker, who's not in the game for some reason inside the 5. Well, there's a reason for that because this is
oh boy.
Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that?
I'm not. That's why I said, oh boy.
Yeah, because it's coming. And you're going to be like, what? The guy we paid $82 million a year for is not inside the 5? Outside goes DeMercado, who everybody forgot about, and he's wide open for a touchdown. Or, they run a misdirection play and DeMercado goes the other way and just knocks somebody to their feet. I don't know if he has that capability. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I've watched a lot of DeMercado in Atlanta or wherever he was at, Arizona, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Not going to say that I watched a lot of that. But I know that he's on this team for a reason, and I feel like that reason is because they want him to fill that role of past players like a McKinnon or a Samaje Perine. So I think he could be that surprise player that you're not going to the game going, well, we got Walker and Kelsey and Rice and Worthy and Mahomes and DeMercado. You're not doing that. But there's going to be a couple of times this year we're going to be like, love that addition. Love that he's in there for this type of player, this type of package, that he can make something presentable and make something happen with his presence on the field. Similar to what a Dan Sorensen would do. Dan Sorensen's out there, you're like, okay, well, at least he's got Tyrann Mathieu out there. But then there was that occasion, like we just played the audio. In the biggest moments, he makes those plays. Did he make some bonehead plays in his career in Kansas City? Absolutely.
But who doesn't, right?
Right. And then all of a sudden, the playoffs happen, and the guy that he stops on the fake punt is the guy that then takes his job, basically, on the team moving forward. So, again, I don't know if DeMercado is going to really blow a lot of people away, but I think there will be 3 to 4 plays this year where you're like, glad we got that guy.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit different here. I know this is a first-round pick. I know this is a guy who had a lot of expectations, but talk about a guy who's been really frustrating and fans are out on, similar to Dan Sorensen. This is a guy that's going to make plays, and it's Xavier Worthy. I'm starting to come around on him big time. I think this could be a breakout season for him. I mean, you were talking about the offense there, Dusty. I mean, he may have been the 4th name you mentioned. I don't even know if he was the 4th name, but it's Mahomes, it's Walker, it's Rice, it's Kelsey, and then it's Xavier Worthy. He's going to be the most well-rounded receiver this season. Yeah, I truly believe that. We've seen Rashee Rice become a yak king, and that's fantastic. It's imperative to have that in an offense. But his route running tree, it hasn't really gotten better in 3 seasons. Xavier Worthy, to me, I've seen it in person. I've seen it both last season and a little bit in his rookie year in flashes. He can kill it in the intermediate part of the field, and as well, he can break away when he's actually healthy and that ankle isn't laboring. Much like Sorensen, he's going to be our most versatile, most well-rounded receiver. He's going to make clutch plays.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, he's if he plays big this year, and I say play big like he's a good wide receiver, I don't think we'll be having conversations about this offense at all.
And I'll add to the Sorensen layer here. He'll also have moments that are boneheaded and make us upset. That will happen, just like Sorensen did as well.
Like I said, everybody does, right? Yeah. Everybody makes mistakes, and we just always dwell on those mistakes and forget about those good plays that were made. Daniel Sorensen made 2 of the biggest plays in this era of Chiefs football.
And wasn't it in that Texans game? We didn't have it in the audio there, but wasn't it in that Texans game? Obviously, he stopped the punt. There was another play that he made in that game as well, correct?
I think so.
There was a 4th down stop. I text line, tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain 2 of the biggest plays in that game on defense were both from 49.
And that's why he played out there, because he knew what you were supposed to do. He was a very smart player. Another smart safety that you had back there that was kind of a glue guy, And we didn't have that last year.
Maybe a sidebar conversation. Is there a guy from last year's team that's not on this year's team that you might miss? Like, is that a Leo Chenal?
Yeah, Leo Chenal is massive miss for me.
Big year for Drew.
Yeah,
big year for the linebackers in general.
Big year for the linebackers. There's nobody at linebacker. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. You're looking at the depth chart of linebackers. I don't even know who these people are.
Somebody in the text line says, I think Noah Gray bounces back and takes the Dirty Dan role.
Need him to. Down year. I don't see what he can do better. I mean, he's not going to become a better blocker. We know what he is at that standpoint. He's not going to become some flashy route runner who does explosive plays. I think Noah Gray is what he is. He's a mid-second string tight end. The Chiefs have they're not done their due diligence as far as the future of that position.
The text line's coming out to help you. He forced a fumble on a return.
Thank you. That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Fumble on the yes.
Yeah, there was a punt. He caused the fumble to change the momentum.
That was huge. Yeah, they got there. I think
or
they got
a kickoff return, they said.
Yeah, kickoff return. Yes. And they got it. Yes. Massive field position. Thank you.
What's
Alohi Gilman, Kyrie's Tonga, a couple names as well.
Is this a hot take since it's hot on a Tuesday? The Texans game to me is better than the 13-second game.
No, I get that.
I understand that they won the Super Bowl that year with the Texans game. They lose in the AFC Championship game on after the 13-second game. 13-second game was classic instantly. But, I mean, down 24-0, and you're up by 3 at halftime.
That was pretty wild.
I mean, especially the time frame. Where
I don't
you're
think that's a hot take. I'm like literally thinking about. No, I think you may be right about that. I mean, we're down 24-0.
Yeah.
And
everyone's
most
in there.
teams would have just folded the tent.
And to the people that are always like, the Royals do this every year. That was the same attitude in that game. With typical Chiefs.
Yep.
Go back to 97, 13-3.
No, it was. I mean, that's what we're all thinking. How could you not? You're down 24-0. How are you not thinking that?
I was in a bad state.
And I'll be honest with you.
Everybody was. Dude. There wasn't one person here going, oh, man, they're going to come back. You see.
No, they hadn't done it yet. They hadn't showed us the ability to do something like that.
You guys
right?
will meet the one person I know who was thinking that, and he's not a Chiefs fan. That's why he was thinking that.
Oh, very good.
Yes, one of my groomsmen.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
you'll meet him there. He was like, no, you, the whole time he was like, no.
Okay.
But he's a Mahomes guy.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know any of the
even
Chiefs
still, I mean,
history.
Yeah.
He doesn't have those scars.
But at that time, Mahomes wasn't Mahomes yet. I mean, we're leading all these comebacks.
50 and 5,000.
I know, but down 24-0.
No, I get
in a
that.
playoff game. Come on, Tom Brady's not. 28-3.
28-3. Yeah, he is.
He was down 25, right?
Yeah,
but
in the Super Bowl.
And so if you would have said down 24 or more points in the first half of a playoff game, how many quarterbacks can come back from that? We've seen the only two that can. Brady and Mahomes.
That's it.
Anybody else under center for the Chiefs that day, they're not coming back. They're not.
No, it's great. And at that time, it was against another premier
quarterback, right? And Deshaun Watson.
Who we thought was the future.
You talked earlier about like a ripple effect game, like if Sorensen in Cleveland doesn't make that play and Cleveland wins, is Baker still in Cleveland? I mean, you talk about the ripple effect that game had in Houston, right? Yep. Soon after the coach was fired, the quarterback was gone. I mean, huge ripple effect.
Huge ripple effect. Yeah. They traded Hopkins after that. I mean, that was a huge deal. Yeah, you're right.
And think about the ripple effect it had for us. It gave us the belief that we could win anything.
Do anything.
And then all of a sudden we had to, because every game we were down 10-0 or more, and you had to find ways to come back. We go, well, we were down 24-0, and we walk around and say that today. Oh, we were down 24-0. There's only 13 seconds. Oh, we were down 24-0.
Boom.
Changed the whole dynamic of the franchise. By the way, the question that Clark Hunt was asked, I've been told on that video, what did you pay for your ticket? Somebody asked him.
What did someone pay? And he said not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, something not enough. Because most of them, these guys, 30,000, 50,000.
Not enough. There's no experience like the World Cup final.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm chairman and CEO of the Kansas City Chiefs.
What'd you pay for your ticket? Not enough.
Man, somebody says Frank Reich and the Bills came back from 35-3 in the playoffs and won. Andrew Luck came back from 38-10 against the Chiefs.
Yep, that did
Remember that one like it was yesterday?
That did happen.
Crappy weather outside, butt fumble, score. And I looked at my buddy and said, that's it. He said, you're crazy. I said, okay.
Unbelievable.
All right.
Unbelievable.
And we just sat there on bar stools and just watched the game. And you just saw us all melt. Like they just opened the Ark of the Covenant, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, we tried so hard to get back that night and hit a blizzard in Columbia.
That's enough. And that's the last time Bob stayed in Columbia. Only time. Yeah.
Yeah, probably the only time. Yeah.
Somebody says, how many points was Cincinnati down when Joe Burrow brought them back to beat our ass?
18, and Joe Burrow did not bring them back. Stop it.
Did we have like a pick six?
Yeah, we turned over the ball. I mean, yeah, Mahomes and our offense completely dissipated before our eyes.
That to me is the only time I've seen Mahomes go from like God mode to like below par.
Totally.
And like a flip of a hat. I would love a documentary of like what happened in that locker room that day at halftime.
Yeah, I mean, some people conspire that Mahomes was injured in that second half. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I'm not going to give Joe Burrow all that credit. That was a lot of us sucking.
Charles Davis now being laid off by ESPN.
That.
I didn't know he worked for them. He works for CBS. I see him on those games all the time.
College CBS.
He's now he's the lead analyst for the Big Ten now. He took over for who was the guy that retired? He used to do it for all those years. Was with the SEC for all those years as a quarterback. Come on, you're an SEC guy. You should know who the announcers are.
Sorry. I don't know.
Gary Danielson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He retired. They gave Charles Davis his job.
Yeah, he's one of the voices in NCAA as well.
Are you more intrigued to see how many more people get laid off by ESPN or where these laid off people end up?
Where they end up,
yeah.
Carl Ravitch, I feel like, is going to get signed immediately.
I think he should go to MLB Network.
I think Ryan Clark will get signed immediately.
I'd rather see Carl Ravitch than Mark DeRosa on MLB Network.
Absolutely.
And
Mark DeRosa has no credibility.
I mean, I love MLB Network's show. Like, when they have, like, Cliff Floyd on there and Sean Casey, you throw Carl Ravitch in on that, or just, like, let him be, like, your MLB spotlight game of the week or whatever it is and broadcast it. Because we've had Carl on the show before. You had him on when we were gone, Mac.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah, great guy. Talked good about a couple of the draft picks in Kansas City, most recently for the Royals.
Because you had mentioned this, NFL Network is owned by ESPN.
Now,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So they couldn't just, like, go work for NFL Network.
No, that's the thing. You lost a whole entire network in this.
Sucks.
Consolidation, man. It sucks.
That's tough.
I think Carl Ravitch will be fine. I do. I think he'll be a guy that goes off to MLB Network or someplace like that. I think would be great for him. Tom Pelissero, I don't know, where does an NFL insider go these days? Because you look at guys like, who was the guy with the hair that stole my interview?
Oh, James Palmer.
Palmer, yeah. Where's he ended up?
Is he like freelance? Because I know he's working for the Broncos or something like that. Or working for somewhere in Denver.
Co-host. Oh, yeah. He does that podcast with Steve Smith Sr., co-host. He's an NFL insider with Bleacher Report.
Okay.
Bleacher Report. So there's your answer. A lot of people go to Bleacher Report. I assume Portnoy will start cherry picking some guys. He's already pretty heavy on Carl Ravitch, asking, why did Carl Ravitch lose his job and Mina Kimes keep hers?
Who said that?
Dave Portnoy. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, come on. Par for the course, right? Come on.
Shut up.
That's your guy, Mac.
Get bent.
Because she's incredible, that's why.
Somebody says, tell Drew to quit using the text line to hype his Bengals.
Yeah, that was a Lou Anarumo win. That was
Lou
Anarumo. It was drop 8. That was Mahomes going through another hurdle.
Mahomes was bad in that second half.
That's
Really
terrible.
bad.
And so was Andy Reid in that second half.
They were
run
both
the ball.
terrible. Yeah,
Did not run the ball.
Awful. Well, they were up 18.
Yeah.
And then they thought they had this thing won, and then the whole play with Tyreek Hill turned the whole course of events.
I also wonder what the Athletics doing today.
Reporting on all these ESPN.
In a related note, ESPN has hired Diana Russino. Could you imagine that?
I mean, we'd have our lead tomorrow. We'll wrap this show up for a Tuesday here on 96.5 The Fan. You're over Kansas City Sports.
This is Fescoe and Dusty.
Brett Veach has the most underrated chest I've ever seen.
On your home for Chiefs football, 96.5 The Fan. Fescoe and Dusty is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending will help you as much as they've helped us. And we've been clients with Golden Oak Lending for the last 10 plus years, and they're family now for us. And that's what's going to happen to you when you make that phone call to Golden Oak Lending to take that free mortgage checkup. Because let's be honest, a lot of families right now are feeling squeezed. We all are, right? High interest credit cards, higher grocery and gas prices, and trying to keep some breathing room in the budget. Well, that all adds up fast. At Golden Oak Lending, they can help. In fact, Golden Oak Lending saves the average customer over $1,100 per month. And this July, Golden Oak Lending is offering a complimentary appraisal credit up to $600 with a qualifying loan or refinance. Start with a free mortgage checkup from a local Golden Oak loan officer. They'll review your current mortgage, look at your home equity, and help you see whether a refinance, cash out option, or debt consolidation strategy may make sense for you. There's no pressure, just real answers from a local team that's respected and helping homeowners 4 years. If credit card debt is weighing you down or monthly payments feel too tight, see what options may be available. Call or visit GoldenOakLending.com today. They can cure your blues. It's Golden Oak Lending.
That wreck really took everything off track. Can't work, can't help with the kids. The bills are stacking up.
Then stop waiting. Call the Car Crash Kings, SWL Injury Law. Car crashes, that's what they do.
Yeah?
Yeah, they go to work so you can get your life back and get paid what you're owed.
Don't get pushed around. Visit us at SWL Injury Law today for your free consultation. We're the Car Crash Kings. It's what we do.
Visit SWLinjurylaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control are making nice lawns all over the city. And if they can do our yard, they can do wonders for yours as well, because our yard was a mess before my friends over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control took control of the yard. It was weedy. It was dead. Roots from trees. We could not figure this thing out, and we tried for like a decade. And then we hired the college-educated professionals at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. They get the job done right the first time. And with Aspen Lawn and Pest Control, the college-educated professionals know about everything in Kansas City, the climate, the environment, and they know how to grow those perfect yards. Now we got a great yard. We love sitting outside. That's why we use Aspen Lawn and Pest Control for the mosquito dome. They put down that mosquito dome once a month, and it keeps out the mosquitoes, the ticks, the fleas, and all those vermin you don't want in your yard. And our dog is able to play outside and be just fine, and we're able to sit outside and enjoy these summer nights. Right now, Aspen is going to give you a free estimate and up to half off your first application when you mention this ad. So visit them now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
A burrito, it's fire.
Hi, this is Maya.
And I'm Antonio. And the little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A hash brown scrambled burrito
Is that it fuels our morning.
It's the full package.
You have the chicken, you have the eggs, and then you add these hash browns for a nice little crunch.
The chicken's always nice. It's crispy, it's juicy. And the cheeses, they melt together in a beautiful way.
And it gives me energy. It's perfect.
Order the Chick-fil-A hash brown scramble burrito and simply orange juice on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Yo, it's Jay Uso from WWE, and I'm Jimmy Uso. Chumba Casino and WWE are hyped for the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam. I know, I can't wait. There's nothing better to do while we're waiting than playing Chumba Casino. Sign up today and you could win a VIP experience with Chumba Casino and WWE for SummerSlam. So what are you waiting for? Play Chumba Casino and enter for your chance to win. Let's Chumba. Yeah.
Sponsored by VGW Group. No purchase necessary. See terms at ChumbaCasino.com. Must be over 21 and present in a state where it's legal
Single to play.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special both for you and your partner. At Heartland Men's Health, we take great pride in providing excellent care and treatment options for ED. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99. It includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com. We have 3 offices: Overland Park, Independence, and North Kansas City.
Final segment here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey as well as we wrap up a Tuesday. Enjoy your evening, fellas. When do you start not seeing your fiance? Like Friday, or I guess you have to see her Friday.
Yeah,
Is it
Friday.
like Saturday morning you guys go opposite?
Yeah, I will not see her at all Saturday until 4:30.
So Friday night you have to stay somewhere else?
Yeah, Friday night I got a hotel with my buddies.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She's staying at our house with her friends.
Nice.
Yep.
Is that how you and Jen did it as well? Like the
we
day
had the
you...
rehearsal dinner, and then my friends went
Go
back to our place, and I want to say she stayed at our place too because one of my groomsmen puked and she had to clean it up.
Oh my God, bro! They say if a groomsman pukes the night before your wedding, it's good luck.
It's been great luck for us.
It's like when it rains on your wedding day.
Yeah.
I think that's true. If it rains on your wedding day, it's like super good luck.
That's what I've been telling Simone. She would not be happy with that.
The rain is great. If it's a cloudy day, too, it's great for pictures. The pictures are much better. Not everybody's squinting and all that kind of stuff. So you hope it's kind of cloudy, a little overcast. It'll be great for pictures. Yeah, rain on your wedding day. It rained on our wedding day. It was fine. You make it what it is. Who cares?
That's what it's going to be fine no matter what.
Exactly.
It's going to be a great day. Doesn't matter.
And here's the other thing, and I hate to say this, it's not about the day. It's what the day signifies and what starts on that day.
Yeah.
And you'll always have that story. Oh my God, it rained. We had to go through this. It'll be like a great story to tell everybody for years. You got to embrace everything. Don't fret over the things that you can't control too. I mean, there's going to be stuff that she's going to fret over, and you're probably stuff you can't control. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't control how somebody's going to behave or act or do. And if somebody gets in the way, show them the door. We're not dealing with family drama. We're just not.
Nope.
Is anybody else's algorithm on Twitter full of Ed Harris being pissed?
I saw one of those pictures. Yeah, what is he mad about?
He said he was misled in his role in Taylor Sheridan's show Dutton Ranch. I don't know. Or Premiere, I don't know. He always looks pissed. He was great in The Rock. But yeah, I don't know. Everything I keep scrolling, it's just like Ed Harris is still fuming. Ed Harris is pissed. Ryan Clark has come out and tweeted.
Oh, good. What did he say?
Sending prayers and love to all those laid off today by ESPN. So many of you have poured your life into that company, and I know how you're feeling right now. My hope is that the door closes, another one opens for you all. God bless.
Mm-hmm.
Good tweet.
It's a good tweet. Really good tweet.
He's a good guy. His take's not great, but that's we got to separate the art from the artist there.
That's fair.
Yeah. Darren Orlovsky, we don't always like his takes. We met him in person. It's a good guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
It's a good human being.
Yeah.
Very good guy.
Yeah.
Came and found us.
Exactly. Yes.
Like
he
after
did.
you had already fished the interview, he
No,
came
he
and
made
found
sure
us.
and did that. Yeah, that was really nice. He did not have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Matthew Berry. Matthew Berry did that as well.
And I think afterwards I was like, man, I really feel bad making fun of that guy's takes.
Well, also, too, Charles Davis is an unbelievable human being, one of the greatest human beings of all time,
Absolutely.
too. And so you see him, getting laid off, too. Love Charles Davis.
Can I just real quick, we got a few minutes. Can I just tell you guys who I think is going to break out this year? You guys got to do your breakout teams earlier. I just want to, some people will be upset, but I just really, I'm very, very hot on the Chargers. Do you think that's a breakout team? Does that?
No. We pick
define
the
that?
Chargers every year.
That's fair. I'm just saying they made the playoffs last year, so
Yeah.
can they really break out? I think they will, though. I think they're going to win over 12 at least is their floor for me. I think they're going to be a top 5 offense, and I'm very, very – I think it's the best addition in football, Mike McDaniels, to the Chargers. The best addition in the offseason this year.
Does that carry on to there's a lot of pressure on Justin Herbert this year?
For sure. Yep, he's got to show it.
Big year for him,
Big
yeah.
year for Justin Herbert. Yep, what if man, as Twitter likes to call him.
Yeah, the new offensive coordinator, new offensive mind out there for him. So it's time for Justin Herbert. I mean, it's time really for Justin Herbert to do something in the postseason.
Exactly. Yeah, we know what he can do in the regular season.
Yeah.
He can put up the stats, and I think his stats are going to be the best we've ever seen. I mean, my God, Tua Tagovailoa was a 4,000-yard passer with McDaniels. Herbert could be a 5,000-yard passer with McDaniels.
Who do you think are the top 3 quarterbacks with the most pressure on him this year?
Jalen Hurts.
All of them.
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is on that list for me.
C.J. Stroud.
I think there's pressure on Mahomes and a different kind of pressure, the pressure of everybody wanting to see what he's going to do.
Yeah,
I think Patrick Mahomes will be the most watched and scrutinized quarterback this year.
Who? You said Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the knee.
100%.
Because of the knee and
Yes.
the 6-11 season and,
Somebody says Chargers breakout. I thought Carrington was on in the afternoon.
yeah, there it goes. It's a good team. It's a good roster, man.
I think the 3 quarterbacks I look at would be C.J. Stroud, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. I don't know if that's fair or if that's, I could put more thought process in it, but
Yeah, Joe Burrow's got pressure to stay healthy.
yeah, which is big pressure.
It's big pressure. Can't control it, though. That would be my only argument. He
Fair.
can't really control that. It is still pressure.
C.J. Stroud.
Definitely.
You have a top 2 defense in the league.
Yeah.
Can you just not screw it up? You do get Tank Dell back. You have Nico Collins.
Dalton Schultz, David Montgomery.
Yeah, their running backs are pretty solid.
Yeah, David Montgomery and Woody Marks is not bad.
And Woody Marks came on the scene very nice last year.
Big fantasy pickup.
Well,
816 likes your Titans. You had your Titans as the breakout team. This 816 number says Brian Daboll better than McDaniel. Cam Ward. I don't know about the Brian Daboll thing, but I am in love with Cam Ward. So I'm with you.
And
Wait, McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Because don't they have, isn't Robert Saleh their defensive coordinator?
He's their
He's
head
their
coach.
head coach, that's right. And then it's the bald guys.
Yeah, it's the ball.
Saleh,
all
Daboll,
guys,
and then
dude.
all the guys. Yeah, it's the ball groups.
Like every coach they have is balls.
Yeah.
Who is their defensive coordinator?
Saleh. I mean, he's going to be the head
gonna
coach,
do that.
but I think
Okay.
he's doing that. Yeah.
He's doing like the Bill Belichick thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
I
sure
got the
he's-
defense, but I got the last call.
Yep.
I hope that works out for him because when you're a head coach, you got to focus on being a head coach, and he didn't have a good run at that in New York. So I hope he doesn't let that get in the way of him doing what he needs to do to be a successful head coach. Unless you're Andy Reid or Bill Belichick, I have a hard time. I'm going to handle all of this, but you can't. It's hard to do that. To do both of those jobs is very difficult. That's why you don't see a lot of coaches do it that way.
They do have a defensive coordinator named. It is going to be Gus Bradley.
Oh, that's a good defensive coordinator,
That's a
though.
veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a veteran. I'm sure
Yeah.
Saleh will still be heading it up. But yeah,
No,
there you go.
that's a good defensive coordinator there, though. That
Yeah.
really is. I like that.
That
hire
is
for
good.
him.
I like
He's a
that.
veteran. He's a former head coach. He's
Yeah,
been around.
it's really
He's
good.
got 2 former head coaches on his staff, and that matters.
Awesome, man.
That matters.
Awesome.
This comes from 816. Hey, Mac. It rained on our wedding day as we left for the honeymoon suite, and my wife and I are still happily married and expecting a baby. Just roll with the punches because something won't go as planned and make the most of the day, man. That's what I did.
Heck yeah.
And then True
Thanks,
Green
bro.
Thumb says it snowed on their wedding.
Nice.
Oh, my.
And they share the same anniversary
Yeah,
as the
as
Fescoes.
us.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Same day, same year, everything. Yeah.
Still
What?
married.
Same year? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. Yeah, got
I think you're going to have stuff that's going to happen where you're like, damn it, this isn't the song supposed to play right now.
And you know what? Ain't no one gonna know.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay?
Show must go
No
on.
one's gonna know.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just move along. Nobody's gonna know and nobody's gonna care. Now, if you make a spectacle out of it, then
true.
my God, I don't like this song. Like you start complaining or something like that, then it becomes an issue.
Bo Nix from the 913 for pressure.
I
A
could
lot,
see,
yeah.
I
It's a
could
good
see
one.
that. I could see that. I could see that with Bo Nix because can you do it again?
Well, it's not just can you do it again. It's they would have won that game if Bo Nix would have played and been in the Super Bowl. That's the pressure right there because that's what everybody believes, right?
Yeah, now the expectations are kind of all right.
The expectations for Denver is you went to the AFC Championship game. The expectation is now you go to the Super Bowl. So Bo Nix has the pressure of that, but also the pressure of everybody thought they would have been in the Super Bowl anyway had Bo Nix been playing last year in that game. That's a lot of pressure.
It's true.
Do you think they would have been? I don't know.
Tomorrow is a Wednesday. We will start with Bob's advice to Mac for his wedding. I look forward to these. But as always, go do something nice for somebody. You never know, it can change their day, their week, their month, their year. It's simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe, stay groovy.